What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. All right, check it out, man. Just want to sit here and kick it with you guys for a little bit, but it's a year. It's been a year, guys. Just cranked up this channel a year ago. We're gonna talk about a couple of things. Layla in the building. What's up, Layla? I see you first in the building. Appreciate you coming through, sis. Yeah, man. So it's been a year, guys. Boy, time flies when you're having a good time. I tell you that. You know, you guys have been very supportive. I mean, all of you guys have come through. Layla says Layla's always supportive. Smash that like and sub as we wait for the celebration, guys. Congratulations, D. I appreciate you, sis. Yeah, notifications are going out late and everything on YouTube, so I always kind of go from 1 to like 20 to 40 to 50, you know, and so forth. But everybody will start coming in. But yeah, it seemed like it's been like it's happened really quickly. It doesn't really seem like a year. But I was just looking through my videos, and then I got a message from Twitter, from my Twitter account. And I remember the day I started this channel, I also started the Twitter account and Instagram. So I've been on all three of them for a year today. So Twitter sent me the message. I was like, oh shit, it's been a year. So it's been a year, guys. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. First year, made it through 1 year, which I'm pretty happy about that. Martin Machine in the building. What's good with your sporadic flowers? How you doing? Appreciate you coming through. Maze 99. What's up, Maze? Been a while. How you been, bro? Chin Smoke in the building. Yeah, bro. We got the year, man. Yep, we got the year. One more to come. Yep, that's right. It's a 1 year and counting. We're going to keep pushing, keep moving, keep growing. Next year, I'm trying to be at 5,000 at this point, 5,000 of us, and 10 and 20 and so forth. It's okay. We hold it down until we get the number. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. You know how we do. Brown Gone One in the building. What's good with your Brown Gone One? Appreciate you coming through, fam. Queen Lisa in the building. Got two queens up in here. Queen Layla and Queen Lisa. What's good with you, Lisa Bales? Appreciate you coming through. We've been here for a year, Lisa. Lisa been rocking with me the whole time, too, guys. Lisa has been here the whole time, but I'm waiting for my man Boxing Monster to come in here. Boxing Monster, man, that guy has literally been here from day one. When I first had my first chat, my first live, when I first did my first live, it was me, Boxing Monster, T-Tone Toledo, and Unbiased. And that was it. That was it. It was just us three. And I think we ran it for about an hour. We sat there, we kicked it. It was great, man. St. Britt, what's good with you, fam? What up, D? Yeah, a little bit of a celebration. I like to celebrate everything. I'm one of them happy-go-lucky people. You know what I mean? It's a year. I just figured it was a year today, and I was like, oh shit, we've been on for a year. So, you know, no, Monster not here yet, but I'm pretty sure if he off, he'll be in soon. Boxing Finesse in the building. What's good with your Boxing Finesse? Let me drop this link in the chat right quick in case somebody want to come up here and kick it with me for a second. Get you guys up with the link. Yeah, nah, Layla, he not here yet, but I'm pretty sure Boxing Monster show up. You know his crazy ass. Boxing Monster, he gonna show up popping jokes. That's what he gonna do. He gonna jump right there, probably telling the joke about old DJ. That's how Boxing Monster hit the scene. My man Boxing Finesse in the building. D hitting that 1 year mark and still looking older than Luis Ortiz. Yeah, I appreciate you, Boxing Finesse. We supposed to be partying. What up, D Jefferson? What up, fam? Hey, it's a party for me every single day, dog. I'm biased, so biased. Boxing talk in the building. Let me move this What's up, Bias? What's good with you, fam?
What's going on, D? What's up? What up?
Nothing, man.
I just want to say, congratulations, man, on a year on YouTube, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I didn't even realize it was that a year yet, right? But I got a message from Twitter, and I remember I started all three of them the same day. So I was like, holy shit, it's been a year. So I just decided to pop a live. I mean, we're going to talk boxing and shit. You know what I mean? It's not all about being here a year. We're going to talk boxing because there's some stuff to talk about. I tell you that right now. And then especially that UFC, because after that UFC event, I'm telling you, man, there's been all kind of articles and shit popping up. They're taking that no audience thing a lot more seriously, even though a lot of these boxers don't particularly want to do it without an audience. They're still taking it a lot more seriously. Kevin in the building, what's good? Sporting Advantage, Chin Smoke. What you know what I mean? I'm biased.
Oh yeah. I think that's the best move for boxing right now. They need to do something. But I heard in July that Burchelt, they're gonna have like a mini top rank card with like Burchelt and Navarrete and somebody else. They're gonna be fighting. I think it's gonna be, obviously they're gonna be fighting like bums or something. But I think they're gonna put a card on for July, and I think Ryan Garcia is gonna fight in July too. So I'm gonna assume that no fans are gonna be there for those fights.
Yeah. I doubt that they'll be able to get the fans back in that quick. Not that quick. Hey, yo, check this out, dog. This shit all grainy and shit. This is my first video. This is the first one I put out, dog. The CSA May 2019.
I can't really see it. The words are so small.
Speak your mind, sports talk. Check it out. How about now? You can see it now. In the sports world, a lot of big things happening, big topics.
Nah.
All right, hold on. Let me see. Way I might think another way. They might think another way. I don't know why. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Listen, I like to thank everybody who y'all can hear it down there. This is out.
Yeah, we can hear it. We can hear it. Yeah.
Welcome to Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. First thing I want to let you know is this channel is designed for you, the sports fans. All of you. Oh, wait a minute. If you're a sports fan, this channel is for you. This channel. Hold up, man. Yeah, I still learning this. That's it right there. Oh, I shared the wrong one. That's why. My dumb ass.
You've been smoking. You've been smoking, huh?
No, not yet. I ain't getting the parties. Not that party started yet. No, I still like this whole screen share thing and all of this stuff. I'm still dillying around with this. You know what I mean? Here it goes. All right, here it is. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there. Your man D here will Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Look at that, man. It's all grainy. I got that blue thing behind me. Remember that shit I'm buying?
Yeah. Hey, this is the He Knows His Sports D.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, guys, this is way back when I first started it all. We come a long way. Welcome to Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. First thing I want to let you know is this. All right. Enough of that. All of you. If you're a sports fan, this channel's for you. This channel's for you to be. Boy, that's amazing. This channel's for. I will tell you something, bro. I was just looking at a lot of my old videos yesterday, and I was like, wow, man. Like, things change because as you do this more and more, like when I first started out doing this, it didn't really matter much to me. I wasn't really as concerned with the level of quality and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? I just wanted to kind of get out there and put myself out there and start talking. But after a while, I started looking at the show. I was like, man, that's kind of grainy. And you know what I mean? Like I was just looking at that right there with that. The picture was all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Well, hey, man, we all got to start from somewhere, man. Hey, look, I'm biased. remember, you remember my first live? It was me, you, Boxing Monster, and T-Tone Toledo. You remember that shit? Vaguely.
Nah.
Look, check it out. I'm gonna remind you, dog, because I pulled that shit up the other day. I was like, holy shit. Look at this shit here, man. That was the only three. I rocked that live for like an hour and something, guys. And it was only me, unbiased, T-Tone Toledo, and Boxing Monster crazy ass. At the beginning, it was just Boxing Monster. Look, here we go. It was just Boxing Monster. You gotta be willing to take a hit, man. Y'all can see that, right? Only one willing to take any kind of punishment, baby. So if y'all look over here to the right in the comment section, y'all see only Boxing Monster. And I think hold on, Boxing Monster, Boxing Monster. GM though. You know what I mean? So Boxing Monster, that's why I say Boxing Monster been there from day one. He used to sit there with me, just me and him kicking it. Look at that. Ain't gonna fry me up. Nobody in there. I'm in there for like 37 minutes. So, it's still just Boxing Monster. Hold on. It come on bias. If it is on ESPN Plus, those things like that, bro. Our Red Glove Militant showed up in there. And T-Tone Toledo. And then, hold on, bias. I know you came in, because I remember my first live, you came. There he is. They go, oh, shit, what the fuck just happened? All right, there it goes. Seems like y'all having wars. They go unbiased right there, dog. I don't care if y'all make fights, all of that, but if y'all that kind of shit y'all talking like 54 minutes in, it was just about to end. And yeah, it was just us, bro. Just me unbiased. I forgot Red Glove stopped in there too, but me, you, T-Tone Toledo, and Boxing Monster, and nobody else, man. So
hey, T-Tone and Boxing Monster and Red Glove, man, those are some loyal supporters right there, for real.
Oh, for sure, bro. For sure. I mean, T-Tone Toledo been with me forever. Like, me and T-Tone used to hang around, fucking around with people on Nuke's channel before I ever started my channel. And T-Tone told me, he was like, brother, as soon as you start your channel, I'm there. You know what I mean? And he been there ever since and shit, bro. You know what I mean?
When you left Nuke, a bunch of people, I mean, not Nuke, He Knows His Sports, a bunch of people left He Knows His Sports channel with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them only came over there because I was there. Like, you know, I tried to tell that dude that, but man, he didn't want to listen. You know what I mean? We can't tell nothing. But a lot of the people only came over there because I was there. And, you know, T-Tone was definitely one of them. I Buy Houses. You know, a lot of those people, Martin Hernandez, Jose Yepes, a lot of them don't even go over there no more, bro. Like, they're not even there. Raider from LA in the building. What's good with you? He said, this is LDBCD when he used to get at Nuke.
Yeah, that's the mosquito bites, D.
Yeah, mosquito bite. I said, Laura. I still think Laura, I don't know if Spence got hurt, but I still don't think Laura could hurt Spence, bro. I just think, like, you know, when Spence goes up to 154, he's going to be healthier, bro. He's going to be healthier. He's going to hit harder because he's not going to be draining himself as much. And he just admitted it on this fucking interview, that video I put together. Like, he's been killing himself getting down to that weight. He's going to be healthier, more fluid. I don't think a guy like Laura is going to be able to hurt him.
Laura got some respectable power, and he throws in combinations. I don't know, man. Yeah, I had to see that one, but because I think Laura could hurt anybody pretty much. I mean, he hurt Hurd at points because he was just catching Hurd flush. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I respect Laura, though. I'm not going to say Spence just washes Laura because I don't think anybody just washes Laura.
No. I wouldn't say that he just washed him. Fuck, no. I mean, you know, but, you know, of course, back then I was exaggerating. I was actually a little higher on Errol Spence back then than I am now, to tell you the truth. But I don't think he washes him. But I still do think that he beats him, you know, fairly convincingly. I don't know. I'm not like Laura, especially now because Laura's a little older, bro. You know what I mean? Like, a little more battle tested and shit. You know, back then maybe Laura had a better of a chance, but hell, Spence ain't getting no younger. And if he comes back You know, if he's back like he says he's back, I can't see Laura fucking with Spence right now.
That whole division to me is 50-50. I don't know, man. I
Oh,
feel
what?
like on certain, on certain
Yeah,
nights
yeah,
they
that's
could
just
beat
up
each
in the
other,
air
man.
for sure, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that. That shit is up in the air for sure because you know, look, man, not Rosario just beat fucking J Rock. Come on, let's be serious. And if anybody, and you know, I know people, because a couple of people already talk shit to me when I said this, but I'm gonna say it again. Charlo may be the lead guy at 154 right now. And I know people don't like to hear that shit, but Jamel Charlo may be the lead guy at 154 right now.
I don't like him at all, man. That's facts. I don't like Jamel at all.
Right,
But he made me you put some respect on his name. You know what
right.
I'm saying? So at this point in time, I have to actually agree with you. You know, Jamel is number one at that division.
Yeah,
And until proven otherwise, I'm gonna say I honestly favor him over Rosario. I do at
yeah,
this moment.
yeah,
So
me too. Me too. Jay Cooley in the building. What's up, Jay Cooley? Jay Cooley said, congrats, appreciate you, my man. Yeah, bro. Like, look, man. I was fans of both of the Charlos and everybody. I mean, you know, unbiased know that. And I relinquished them when they was about the bullshit. But like I said, they gotta do something. Jamel did something. Jamal's still fucking around, so I ain't fucking with him. But Jamel did something. That's all it took. Like, so I'm not gonna keep disrespecting this man if he's doing something. That was my only request. Like, look, bro, I can't even fuck with you no more because you're not doing shit. But now he doing shit, so I fucks with him again. His brother, not so much. That nigga still
facts.
fucking around, bro. He's still
Until
fucking.
until Jamal fight a Dervianchenko or somebody like that, you know what I'm saying? Then
Anybody worthy,
so
bro. Anybody
yep.
fucking worthy, dog. I mean, you got to do something. Justin Trouble in the building. What's good, Justin Trouble? My man G Boogie said greetings and salutations. Congratulations to D, the Godfather Jefferson D. Jefferson on for a first year anniversary. God bless. May your future be more bountiful. I appreciate you, G Boogie. Always appreciate you, bro. And yeah, next year at this point, I want to be sitting like at like 5 or 10,000 at least, bro. Subscribers, we're gonna blow this motherfucker wide open. We gotta get up there like Dante and all of them. We gotta get this channel up there like that, 2, 3, 400,000. But we spreading the truth. The truth. Not all that bullshit. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's how we
And
doing
where people can voice their opinions too. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like one person. You know what I mean? Like, because I noticed that with those channels, it's just one way. You know what I mean?
right.
And you not like that though. You let people come up and speak their mind and whatnot. So that's the good part about it.
Yeah, bro. Cause I mean, look, man, we gotta be serious, bro. What this is boxing talk. How can you say you got a channel about sports talk and you don't fucking let nobody talk? Like how fucking stupid is that, bro? Like you got a channel that's designed for sports talk, but you don't let nobody talk. They come on your live, you kick them off, you feed them to your so-called sharks. They don't let them put a goddamn comment in the chat. What the fuck is that, bro? That's this channel of boxing you talk. not boxing talk, not no discussion. That's just boxing you talk, motherfucker. Like
Exactly.
everybody's supposed to be able to talk. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, dog. You know, it is what it is. Playlists. Yeah, he knows his sports. So everybody keep talking about he knows his sports. Uh and to tell you the truth, bro, when I was over there on He Knows His Sports channel, shit, some of our lives, like our basketball lives, that shit was pretty fire. It was fire. Like, you know, it was entertaining and all of that shit. But you just gotta stay humble, man. You gotta stay grounded. Ain't no partnership gonna work when somebody start getting too pig-headed, dog. That's what happened. You know what I mean? That's all. That's all that happened. Hold on for a second. How the fuck did I miss that? Queen Layla, appreciate you. She said, this is sending you love and tons of success times 10 every year. If it's making money, Hey, listen, Layla, I love you. That's my sis, Layla, Queen Layla, LeBron, the go. Hey, y'all go check her out too. She drop videos whenever she feels like it, which is cool with me, y'all. She did drop a video about that UFC, but generally when she drop them, they're good videos. So y'all go check out Layla. Layla, I appreciate you. This is somebody else who's super supportive, like basketball and on the boxing side, hell, and on the MMA side. Appreciate you, Queen Layla. My man, Coach Stokes, boxing in the building. What's good with you, Coach Stokes? Say, hey, I'm biased. Check this out, bro. What do you think about Timothy Bradley and freaking Andre Ward talking about Anthony Joshua has no chance against Tyson Fury? What do you think about that shit, bro?
I don't agree with that at all. You know, I see a lot of Tyson Fury fanboys saying, I'm not calling you a fanboy or anything like that, but I see a lot of Tyson Fury fanboys saying he's just going to wash AJ. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, the AJ and Wilder fight completely different. AJ throws punches and combinations upstairs and downstairs. It's going to be a whole different fight. And he works behind the jab. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Wilder don't do none of what I just said. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's looking for a 1-2, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be it's gonna be a tougher fight than Wilder. I mean, they could say what they want, but Fury, you know, Otto Wallin had success on Fury because he was going to Fury's body. And
Yeah.
I've been saying for years that's how you beat Fury. When you go to his body, he's stationary. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. But Wilder is not a natural body puncher. He's a headhunter by
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah.
So
Lawrence Williams, what's good? Boxing Algorithm in the building. Get this smoke. What's good with you? Get this smoke. Happy anniversary. Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. Yeah, bro. I will say this, and you know, I was just on Mark's live, and we were talking about this. I wanted to talk about this topic today, anyway. I think that first and foremost, I'm getting all kind of fellow Fury fans out the yin yang since he beat Wilder. Guys that ain't even been there supporting the dude like I was supporting him. They coming out the woodworks, but I think a lot of this just surfaces from people just hate AJ, bro. They just hate this dude, dog. And you know, I'm not putting hate on Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley, but they're company men. They're clearly company men. So they ain't gonna, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So their narrative is gonna support the company. And if Fury beat Wilder, then he has to be the best, you know, for the company because he's top ranked. But that's still that's a level of bias attached to that too. But a lot of the other people out here, it's just pure AJ hate, bro. You know, because I said this before and I'll say it again. Fury beat Wilder. Like, calm down, people. He beat Wilder. It's not like he went in there and beat a fucking Ali or Frazier. He beat Wilder. Right?
Yeah.
We can't make him invincible from beating Wilder. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Like, bro, it's just crazy to me, dog. And get the smoke. No disrespect to Deontay Wilder, because I'm not even trying to say it like that to get you hyped up this time. Because usually, sometimes I do say shit about Wilder just to get you hyped up. But I'm just saying we can't put so much into that win and make him invincible now and no other heavyweight can see him and all of that shit. I think it's a close fight, 50-50 fight. Of course, I'm going to edge my boy. Fury's my guy. Of course, I'm going to say Fury's going to win that fight. But, I mean, the farthest I
think they're all
545.
They're all beatable.
Yeah.
AJ's beatable. Well, AJ's already lost. He got his ass beat by Ruiz, and Wilder just got his ass beat by Fury. And Fury almost lost to Otto Wallin on cuts. I mean, anybody else, that fight would have been called off respectfully. But I'm just saying, in general, that Fury is not unbeatable. We've seen guys drop him, and we've seen guys have a lot of success on Fury, and for certain reasons. You know what I'm saying? So Fury's not unbeatable. AJ's beatable. He already lost, and Wilder's beatable. He already lost. So it's going to be a tough fight. I mean, if you say Fury wins the fight, I'm not mad at you because I could see how Fury wins indefinitely. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But you don't got to shit on AJ just to pick, you know,
Tyson
Fury.
And all of this, not seeing how Fury wins, then open your fucking eyes. And it was really I know that Andre Ward is being accompanied, man, with that shit when it was coming from him. Because, bro, come on, Ward, you know better. Like, Ward knows boxing. And he knows damn well that's a bullshit statement, bro. He knows that's a bullshit statement. Ain't no doubt in my mind Ward is doing that shit intentionally, and it has to do with, that company. You know what I mean, bro? That's just a narrative that they pushing because they got to boost up Tyson Fury.
He's supposed to say his guy is gonna win. You know what I mean? So I'm not really mad at
You there, Bias?
You know what I'm saying? Again, anybody picking Fury, that's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? I don't see how I'm not against anybody picking Fury. You know what I mean? It's logical. If Fury comes in light, he's gonna outbox the shit out of AJ. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So picking him there's nothing wrong with that. It makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't Tim Bradley, look, man, you already know how I feel about Tim Bradley as that motherfucker. I just think Tim Bradley is sour grapes, bro. I always say that about him. Tim Bradley say some outlandish. Sometimes, like, Tim Bradley be on point. Let me not. I don't want people to get me wrong about Tim Bradley. Like, he knows his shit and he be on point a lot. I just think a lot of times some of the comments Tim Bradley make just stems from him being sour of things that didn't go right, let's say, for him in boxing. Like, a lot of these guys.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean? Bradley got a good resume.
Yeah, he does have a good resume, but think about it. He has that good resume. He's did some things, but people still talk shit about him because of, the Spence situation, the Pacquiao robbery. You know what I mean? When boxers do that good and they had that dirt still spit on them, bro, that shit bothered them, bro. You know what I mean? They want to come out clean and feel like a hero and shit. You know what I mean? But those two big question marks, whether people agree with it or not, especially the Spence situation and the whole, he didn't want to fight Spence shit. But the Pacquiao situation, there's nothing he can say about that, bro. It's a robbery, and he couldn't go back and avenge that. Like a fighter, you get into a fight, and then they call it a robbery. You want to go back that next fight and beat his ass and show, see, y'all called it a robbery, but I beat his ass anyway. He could never do that. So basically, it's like that robbery happened, and you could never avenge that. That's just gotta bother him. You know what I mean? That shit has to. I'll tell you, that type of shit hurt, bro. It hurts fighters, bro. That's that pride, man. They want to win. That's one thing about guys like Floyd and shit. Even what Anthony Joshua just did with Anthony Ruiz. You go back and you get that. You go back and get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hopefully Wilder could, try to do that in his trilogy. I'm just saying,
Oh my God, I'm glad I won't.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Hey, but D, let's be real though, D, because if Wilder does successfully beat Fury, man, his stardom, I think, bro, he might be the biggest star in boxing if he does that. If he beats Fury in the trilogy,
if he comes back to beat Fury in the trilogy, he's going to be right there with Canelo. He's going to, and I know people will hate to hear it, but he will pass AJ. And the reason he will pass AJ because globally, Fury put him on that level. Because people know Fury over there in the UK and in other countries, and now he's attached to AJ's name. Just like AJ's attached to his name in America, he's attached to AJ's name on the opposite spectrum. So if he comes back and he beats the British heavyweight champion and thwarts the four-belt undisputed Britain against Britain, all of that's putting his name out there. He's going to be massive, bro. He's going to be massive. And it's not
that AJ versus Wilder fight. Oh my God, the money that those two
50, and they better not argue it. It's got to be 50-50 after that.
No, but I'm the whole pot of how much money they would be able to make is probably. I mean, that might surpass the Manny and Floyd.
Yeah, or Connor and Floyd even. Well, yeah, Manny and Floyd was more. Yeah, you're right. Manny and Floyd. Yeah, it could very well pass that easily because it's the heavyweight division one, and then it's Britain versus the U.S. for all the belts. That's fucking massive.
Exactly.
Bro. That is massive. So I could definitely see it passing that. And it's definitely 50-50. If Eddie Hearn will try to start that shit, because it'll be a lot of money in the pot. And that's one of the things that I've always accused Eddie Hearn of, being greedy. So the money in that pot, when the money get that big in the pot, motherfuckers start wanting more of a piece. You know what I mean? If they get greedy and don't want to do the 50-50 deal, they're fucking that fight up, bro. You know what I mean? They would be the ones, in my opinion, fucking that fight up, Hearn and Joshua. They would have to let Wilder come back. He's a 2-time champion now, just like Joshua, but he's snatching that lineal title. Because remember, he will get that. Or Ring Magazine, lineal, whatever the fuck they made him. He'll still get that. And then just the popularity, bro. He's the American star. People said he couldn't do it. The comeback story, this, that, and the third, bro. If he beats Fury, he's going to be massive. And people,
if Wilder wins, it's by KO too, which makes it even more exciting. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only way he's gonna win. It will definitely be by KO. And then we will have to go through another 2.5 years, guys, of the LTVC.
Wilder, yeah.
I already fucking know, dog. It's gonna be pandemonium. Videos. Told y'all, stupid motherfuckers. We have to hear it, bro. We're gonna have to hear it. Samuel Shaw in the building said D Boca Burger Slim Jeff. Damn, it's been a whole year. I haven't listened to your double talk. That's right, nigga. It's gonna be another year more. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, Samuel. Yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy, boy. We'll have to hear a whole lot of shit from them if Wilder comes up. But that's far-fetched. Wilder getting his ass beat. Salute to the chat. Congratulations, D, for the year anniversary. Appreciate you, Joe, my man. I buy houses. Wilder getting his ass beat, bro. I can't logically see a way that he comes back and wins this fight. I mean, outside of landing the lucky punch. And I don't think Fury, see, the thing with Fury is he already tasted that shit. And that shit put him out, even if it was for like 5 seconds or so. That shit put his ass to sleep. So I don't think he taking no more chances with that right hand. He's not getting cocky like he did in that first fight. You know what I mean? Even though he want to come in there and put on the show outbox, he's not going to fucking take no chances with that right hand because he knows it's too goddamn dangerous and they could put him away. So with Fury coming in with that mindset, plus the fact that he could just outbox Wilder, lights out, it's just I don't see how Wilder wins. Luis Fuente, what's up, fam?
I don't think anybody is picking Wilder in the rematch. I mean, I know Wilder fans that are diehard Wilder fans that have come to the conclusion like, hey, listen, I don't think he could beat Fury. You know what I'm saying? And that it is what it is at this point. Now, I'll be honest. Again, if this dude actually comes through and knocks Fury out, you can't deny the guy. First of all, AJ would have to give him 50-50. Anything else, you don't want the fight, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because he definitely would deserve it at that point. He faced adversity, came back, KO'd Fury. He deserved it. He deserves it at that point. I think he'd definitely be probably the biggest American star at that point.
Yeah, fucking right, for sure. Pull check boxing. Congratulations, fam. I appreciate you. Queen Layla, look, let me tell you something. Layla is loyal to the bone. She's loyal as a subscriber and a supporter, but she's loyal to that goddamn Wilder. I can't get her to see the light for nothing. But she said, I'm putting some dough down on that one. Wilder got that easy. Layla, do me a favor. Just don't put too much money down, sis, because I don't want you to lose too much. Because Wilder's going to get that ass whooped, baby. He going to get that ass whoopeth. Eric Ferdinand, what's good? Dropping the link. All right, I got you, bro. Yeah, I don't think Coach Stokes, come talk to me, fam. You was supposed to jump on with me last time, Coach Stokes. But yeah, I don't think, again, bro, I don't know. Wilder just has too much to improve on, too much to do.
Too soon, too much too soon.
Not enough time, exactly. Not enough time. I always said that the improvements, there are improvements you make. And, teach your old dog new tricks, all of that bullshit. We get all that. And there are improvements that can be made. But Wilder doesn't have the time to implement them because he's going to have to try those out, try these new techniques out in a fight or two. And I don't think he has the time to implement it. That's my thing.
He can't box. He can't box. Like, if we're being, to keep it blunt, like, he can't. The thing is, right, in the rematch, I just didn't understand what I was watching. Like, why is Wilder trying to outbox Fury? Go for it. Go for it. Do what you've been doing. Start swinging. Get crazy in there, because that's your best shot.
That's your best shot. Hey, Smoke, this won't the roast, but that was a good one, though. Smoke said he need to go do chin-ups to look in the bathroom mirror. That was good. Timmy Nealon in the building. Hit that like. The Smoke guy, D. Jefferson. Hey, I appreciate you, Timmy Nealon, with the 48.99 super chat. That's what's up, Timmy Nealon. Appreciate you, my fan. Raider in the building. Get this Smoke. Luis Fuente says, if Wilder wins, the LBBC is going to ride that wave until D. Jefferson retires from YouTube.
Oh, hell.
I don't know. They might try, but they're going to be riding for a long time because I am never retiring. Even if Wilder do come back and beat Fury, he'll just get beat again, and he'll get beat bad again because that's how Wilder's going to – this is what's going to happen with Wilder. And I can pretty much guarantee this the rest of his career. Either he's going to knock someone out or he's going to lose terribly. That's what's going to happen with Wilder. And y'all mark my words that I said that on this anniversary special. From here on out, either Wilder's going to stop a guy or he's going to lose terribly. Not just lose, but lose terribly. That's how it's going to happen.
I think Wilder and AJ are both going to take a couple more losses before their career is over.
All these fighters
are. Fury, I feel like if Fury loses mentally, he may not be there and he might retire. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think any of these guys are unbeatable.
With Fury, Fury's my guy and everything, but if Fury has a bad loss and has a mental lapse, I'm not confident that he'll recover from that. I agree with you on that. But
Fury,
I don't think Fury's taking that loss, and I'll tell you why I said this. No.
D.
No, listen. Hear me out, guys. I'm not being biased this time. I don't think Fury's going to take that loss because I think that he's going to win, right? He's going to win, and he's going to retire before he puts himself into too much danger. That's what I think. That's what I think is going to happen with Fury. So I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't think he's going to put himself in the position to take that loss, bro. He's going to beat up Wilder again. So all you Wilder fans, get this Smoke, my nigga, my nigga. Don't get excited. Wilder getting beat up again. Queen Layla, love me.
D. Hey D, you remember how excited Get the Smoke was before the fight?
That live was lit. That live was so funny. Smoke was like, "It's my birthday."
I'm gonna come right back on here, and I want to hear your mouth then. I want to hear your mouth then.
It's my birthday. I'm gonna enjoy my first day and watch Wilder knock Fury the fuck out.
But I will give the Smoke.
He came straight back on. He came right back on.
He did. He said, even if he lose, I'll still be back on here. He came back on.
Yeah.
Took his lumps like a man. So shout out to Get This Smoke. But you damn sure took some lumps that night.
Yeah.
Wilder.
Me and D had him. Yeah. we were right back on it.
Lumps as Wilder took in that fight. My man Lewis Sports Network in the building, D, the Godfather Jefferson. Congratulations, salute to you and everyone in the chat. Appreciate you, Lewis. Ralph for real in the building. I remember questioning you on why you were SOP confident that Fury would win. Because, bro, Wilder, I knew that in that first fight, the 12th round, Fury looked at him and he said, okay, I got this motherfucker. I got it. And the whole time in between the 12th round to the next fight, Fury was studying whatever the fuck he figured out, which is how to nullify that right hand. Then when he got with Sugar and those guys at the Crump Jump, they just gave him the extra twos to blow it out the water, bro. But I think Fury already had his number after the 12th round. A fighter gets an extra boost of confidence when they take another fighter's best shot and survive that shit. That's any fighter. Yeah. And that's what Fury did, bro. He took Wilder's best shot and he survived that shit. That gives you an extra boost of confidence like no other. Y'all got to understand that shit.
And that's why he came forward in the second fight, because he knew he could take his power.
Right.
He was no longer scared of the right hand.
Yeah.
Did you say did you call a KO? I don't remember. Did you say Fury?
Yeah, I said 7.
Yeah, he called it.
7th round. No. I said ninth. I said 9th or 10th round, or it will go to
I had Wilder.
But I said if my man Fury say he could knock him out, he could knock him out. I say 9th to 10th round. I said I don't really believe that shit. I'll say 9th to 10th round. But look, it's just like Teofimo. I knew Teofimo was gonna stop Coleman, but I didn't know he was gonna do it that impressively. I knew Fury was gonna whoop Wilder's ass, but I didn't think he was gonna do it that impressively. So if I can say that, did I call it like that? No, fuck no, bro. I don't think anybody's seen Fury going in there romping Wilder like that. I don't think anybody's seen that one coming.
I called the first fight. I called the first fight to a tear up until Fury got the fuck up. I said Fury was gonna outbox him the whole fight, and Wilder is gonna catch him with that right hand, and he's gonna go to sleep. And as soon as his back hit the canvas, I just said, "I told you." And then the nigga got up. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. That nigga threw a monkey wrench and everybody playing with it. Did you see?
I called it to a T till he got up.
Walker went up like, what the fuck?
See, I wasn't a big fan of Fury at that time. To the first fight, I low key was rooting for Wilder, and as he was missing shots, and as the fight progressed, I closed my laptop. I'm like, this dude is sad. Like, come on, like, yo, the knockout was supposed to happen. This is a Fury after years of inactivity. Fought Sefer Safari, and this guy, like, you were supposed to knock that guy out. And I didn't really mess with Fury like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I wasn't impressed with the Klitschko win. I didn't like the way he won it. Nope. In my opinion, I didn't like it too much. And I thought Wilder was gonna take him out. I mean, and it just didn't happen. And that's what I said. Fury won that fight to me, and I was just being honest with it. I did not expect the rematch to Fury to beat him like that at all. I picked Wilder to knock him out in the rematch, and I'm not picking Wilder again in the trilogy. I'm sorry, I picked him twice, and he let me down twice. I'm good.
I did the same shit, I'm biased. But for me, like I said, Fury's best performance.
Real quick, Eric, salute to you, Willie Williams. Salute to the Texan just stepped in the building. Lennox Ellaby's nose. Salute to you, fellas. Appreciate y'all coming through. Go ahead, Eric.
Like, Fury's best performances has come against Wilder. He hasn't had great performances in his career, in all honesty. Watching his career, if you go back and watch Fury coming through, he hasn't had, apart from obviously his first few fights where he's fighting journeyman. Yeah, but apart from that, the Chisora wins were good. But he hasn't had great performances.
He has wins, Eric. You understand me?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
You just get off of my guy right now.
No. I'm not discrediting him. What I'm saying is,
we not gonna have this bullshit here.
No. I'm saying he has the wins, but the performances, they haven't been great. They have not been great performances. The Chisora wins were good.
Well,
the Chisora wins were good, and the Wilder performances were good. They're the two performances.
Right. Most boxing pundits, said the Klitschko performance was an ugly one. It just was. It just was. But he won nonetheless, right? So you can't take it away from him.
That's what I'm talking about. He's a win.
No, what I'm saying is that performance-wise, that's all I was saying, like performance-wise, where you look at Fury and you think, wow, he has not done that throughout his career. He's got the win.
So you just gonna keep driving it home, nigga? We got it. He won't perform away. You're gonna keep driving it in there. hell in the
Dino want to hear shit about his fighter.
I ain't trying to keep hearing that shit. In the building. What's good? Okay, we got it. Performance wasn't great.
No, but you got to give it to Fury, man. He's the only guy to end 2 reigns from
100%.
champions.
100%.
You know, Klitschko and then Wilder. Like you definitely can't take that away from Tyson Fury.
The guy on big occasions, he steps up. That's one thing he does. When the lights are bright, he always steps up.
Yeah, bro, and when he gets himself dug into a hole, he steps up. I mean, like, you know, talk about mental fortitude and what boxers need to overcome and win. Fucking Fury has shown that. Like, you get dropped by Cunningham, which is a nice, good, decent punch. You get up and mangle him in the corner and drop him. You know, you get your eyes split open by Otto Wallin. You dig down deep, hurt him, extend that fight and win. You know what I mean? Of course, he got a little help from the ref. I don't go fuck. He's my dude.
He's got heart. You can tell he's got heart, though. He's got that heart. He's always proved that.
Yeah, I mean,
with
he did
Fury,
get distance from the ref though, because man, that fight could have been stopped in round 9 to 12. That fight.
Yeah, that fight should have been stopped. Not could have been. It should have been fucking stopped.
No, you can't say it should have been stopped. God damn it! If Tony didn't stop that goddamn fight when
Body Jack,
yeah,
his brain was showing. Don't tell me.
I'm just fucking with you, dude.
What the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? I seen that split. I was like, holy hell, bro. Tony Week's shirt was pink. It was so
that was crazy, that shit.
It was brutal, dog.
Badu Jack is one of the toughest motherfuckers I've seen fight, you know.
Yeah,
that guy has gone through some shit.
Prime Fighter Champion, congrats, homie, on 1 year. D Donut, you got a great channel, many years to come, and I'll be watching. I appreciate you, Prime Fighter Champion. Yeah, bro, that Badu Jack, he's a straight soldier, and I give him all the respect in the world. Just looking at that cut after that fight, I think like that shit must have been numb or something, because that shit was brutal, bro. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, man, if I'm fighting, I get a cut. Like, fuck that, man, he win. I can't see myself fighting through that shit. Them motherfuckers are some soldiers, bro. That's why I say it's hard for me to call. That's why y'all listen a lot of times, like, yeah, he a low-level fighter, It's really hard for me to call guys bums. Because when you're in there and you ready to endure that type of shit, man, don't fucking call that guy no bum. I don't give a fuck if he can box. If he endures that type of shit, what do you think he'll do to you in the street fight? Look what he just fought through. He will beat you up. He'll beat your ass in the street fight.
Man, that fight, Triple G versus Gabe Rosado, those were like two of the most bloodiest fights you know I've seen.
Yeah, bro.
Gabe is
some UFC shit, bro. That's just nasty.
Yeah, D, I've just started watching The Ultimate Fighter from season 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's what's up, bro. You're gonna get your knowledge up. You know what I mean?
But one of my friends wants to come on here and talk about UFC because he knows a hell of a lot.
Yeah, man. And you know the panel's open. Just tell them to come on. I'm gonna start. I
message you.
Since we was down, you know, COVID had us down. I slacked up, guys. I ain't even gonna lie. Layla knows. I slacked up a lot on football. I mean, on basketball and MMA. But I'm getting ready to pick back up on that. So tell them to come on. You know, first.
I will message him now. I'll tell him to come on.
Yeah, he can come on there. It don't matter. We can talk about whatever, but I was just talking about boxing because, you know, especially with the the Andre Ward and Tim Bradley situation, we had to talk about that, bro. Like these niggas, man. You know, I just can't, like, again, Fury's my guy. So if anybody is going to say, Fury can beat everybody, you would expect to hear that from a guy like me, but I can't see that. Like, I only see a 50-50 fight with these two guys, bro. I see
Well,
Joshua having plenty of chance and plenty of ways to beat Fury and vice versa.
well,
Of
we've just been
course, I'm
talking
gonna
about
lean
that shit.
for my guy, bro. I'm gonna lean for my guy. I'm gonna say Fury's gonna win. You know, it's not like a
It's the
TOP
fanatics, man.
situation.
It's the fanatics. It's the fanatics that'll tell you Fury's just gonna wash AJ. He's gonna outbox him, stop him in 3.
Right.
It's the fanatics. It's the fanatics.
Well,
Just
me and
because he
Bias
ain't
have just
boxing,
been
Fury
on.
gotta go in that fight with Wilder and make sure he on his tip top. Because if not, he might not make it to AJ while
Yeah.
he's watching.
Well,
You know?
me and Bias have just been on Rafi's channel, and I said on there, I can see why people are picking Fury. I 100% can see it. Can Fury outbox AJ? 100% he can. But don't tell me it's going to be an easy fight. If someone says to me, I think Fury's going to win, that's fine. I have no issues with that.
Right.
But someone telling me he's going to outbox AJ and AJ ain't going to do shit, you're talking shit, in my
Yeah,
opinion, because Fury is
rubbish.
going to have to go through some tough times in that fight.
That's how y'all say it, right, Eric? That's rubbish.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
Anthony L says, that year went by fast. It seems like we've been on here for much longer than that. I missed the Lewis and D basketball. Oh, yeah, we getting that back cranking, bro. They cut basketball. We got to get that back cranking. And like I said, Anthony L, it's definitely not Lewis' fault. It's mine. I started doing the donut shop in the morning, and that goddamn 11 and 12 shit, man, my eyes were shut, so I couldn't keep up with you guys at night. I done gave that donut shop up. But me and Lewis gonna crank up, man. Nothing stopped. I'm gonna even bring that mastermind competition back, but somewhere down the line, we need more competitors. We get like 5,000-10,000 subs. I'm gonna bring that shit back. We're gonna have a lot going on.
Oh, D.
Yeah.
Go ahead, unbiased.
I was gonna say, I still think Wilder has a slight chance in this fight just because of his punching power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not. I know I shit on Wilder occasionally or a majority of the time. You know what I'm saying? People label me as a Wilder hater. That's cool. I'll take the label. But I'm just saying, I like all the talk of these prospects being able to just walk over Wilder and use
Hell
him
no.
as a step up.
Yeah.
Like that's out. That's out. Like I mean, listen, Wilder will knock these young cats clean, smooth out. If y'all keep thinking he's just a step up fight, then go ahead. But the guy you're picking is gonna get knocked out. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
I said the same thing the other day. I said these fighters are coming in like Daniel Dubois saying he's gonna knock. He could knock, or whoever Frank Warren saying that he could knock Wilder out or whatever. Like these guys are fairly. There's guys who's been in there. Bearing in mind they are low level of opposition, but they come in with some sort of tactics thinking there's only one guy that's been able to do this, and no one fights like Fury.
Right.
No one fights like Fury. Just because Fury is one of the best heavyweights in the world, and you're going to say, "Oh, a prospect is going to beat Deontay Wilder because Fury's beaten," you're talking rubbish.
Yeah, rubbish. And then look, and then they're evading the fact that Wilder landed on Fury 6 times, guys. Let's not just because he didn't put him down, he still hit him. All of y'all motherfuckers are not gonna roll those punches like the ones that didn't land flush, and you're definitely not just gonna get up. We don't know what. Look, Fury said it was a miracle he got up from that. So y'all don't be thinking that y'all just gonna get up from the punch. You know what I mean? Once Wilder lands it, everybody's not getting up a miracle get up from that right hand like Fury did, bro. That's not happening. So these guys better. Daniel Dubois is too green, in my opinion. I said it once and I said it again. He is too green. You know, he does not have the experience that Fury had. Fury's feints alone. Do we see Daniel Dubois feigning like Fury was feigning? The feint is something that kept Wilder at bay, that nullified that right hand. Because with a feint, something could be coming. So a feint makes you think. We don't even see Daniel Dubois feint like that.
Daniel Dubois doesn't move his head like Fury moves his head.
And run right into the right hand. Fury was evading the right hand. So, like, this he's green. He's too green. People got to stop looking at the big muscles and the fact that he put down fucking Fujimoto and think that, you know what I mean, he can do this type of shit to Wilder because Fujimoto is no fucking Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, there's no secret we don't rate Deontay Wilder's boxing skills, but you can't be saying prospects can go in there and beat a guy who still had 10 defenses of his title.
And has impeccable timing, guys. It's a reason that he's got all those knockouts with that right hand, even
Yeah.
among getting his ass whipped, because he has impeccable timing with that bitch. That's why. That's just like a damn heat-sinking missile. And if you're not an experienced fighter and can move around or give him enough to deliver something to keep that right hand at bay, he gonna knock your ass out. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
And with Daniel Dubois, I seen him get rocked versus Larte. Like, come on, you know.
Fujimoto rocked him.
Yeah,
Fujimoto rocked him. I mean, he didn't like hurt him, but he rocked him with a really good solid shot.
but like I've always said, a lot of boxing fans have short-term memory. They literally have short-term memory. They remember what they've just seen, and that's
Right.
it. They don't remember anything that has happened before or anything like that. And these, like Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley, they do the same thing just to push that narrative. The pundits and that do the same thing to push the narrative of who they want, who they're pushing. Like saying that about Fury, I can understand why you're picking Fury, but to say you can't see a way how Joshua wins, that's just that's ridiculous. I don't understand how anybody can sit around and say, I can't see how Joshua beats Fury after Fury beat Wilder, where Joshua has a better skill set than Wilder, a better punch selection than Wilder. You know what I mean? He has better footwork than Wilder. So you can't say, oh, I can't see how he wins after he beats Wilder. No disrespect to Wilder. I'm not saying anything about Wilder, but you can't, just because he beat a guy who has as Wilder's caliber doesn't mean he beats a guy who has better skill set, who has better footwork, and a better punch selection.
That's a fact. The prime fighting champion said Wilder needs to take control and stop headhunting so much, but Fury is strong too. The trilogy will define Wilder's legacy. Good boxing drama. Yeah, it will. It will define his legacy. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the legacy stops here. Prime fighting champion. That's where Wilder's legacy stops. Right here. That's where it stops.
I was saying to Battle, if Wilder somehow pulls this off, he gets my 100% respect for this, because it takes somebody to bounce back from a loss like that to adjust and win. So I don't care whether his skill set lacks or whatever. He gets my 100%.
He'll get 100% respect for me for coming back, taking the challenge, getting his belt back. But as far as anything else, and Ralph, I'm getting ready to be a savage again, Ralph. That motherfucker ain't getting respect from me on the boxing side of it.
No.
If he does win, it's going to be from a right hand. He's going to slip that right hand in. That's it. He's going to knock Fury out. So I ain't going to give him so much respect for like his only chance to win. Good for him. He made it. He got it in. That's like fucking, shooting a half-court shot at the halftime at the game, trying to win the fucking $50,000. Goddamn basketballs. You know what I'm saying? You got to make one of them motherfuckers to get the $50,000.
Oh, D, I was about to ask you anyway.
His fight with Fury. He got 2 chances to get that basketball there from half court. That's it.
Right. How many games did you win by technical decisions?
Yeah, man.
D. How many games did you win the other night by technical decisions?
Well, what you talking about? The internet hanging out?
Yeah, you fucking people's internet up.
Nah, it was you and my boy Tay Powell, you and my son. I don't know what happened to y'all after that.
What happened to Gun Rice?
I only won one game and got beat up after that. Black and Brown beat me up, and then
I was so damn bad. I was literally getting back out. What was that? 2 points? Was it 2 points?
You was up by like 6 points. I think you was going. You was to win that. I think you was up by like 6 points.
I was so bad. I was like,
oh shit!
But what happened is I lost connection, so I went onto YouTube and looking, and I was watching it, and the game was still rolling, and I could hear you say, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "God damn!"
Oh, damn. Yeah, 'cause I see you just standing there, and then you got the 5-second violation. I was like, oh, let me get that. So I got the ball, and then I scored. And then I think before it went all the way out, you had passed the ball, and I said, you got the 5. You about to get the 8-second violation. What you doing? You got the 8-second violation. I said, oh, shit.
I was pissed. I was like, God damn.
Intangible Boxing, what's up with your brother, man?
Yo, what's up, fam? I was gone for about a couple hours, but I'm back online. What y'all talking about?
Nothing. It's a celebration. We talking about whatever. We was just talking about the fact how people are dismissing Joshua, saying that Fury will run through Joshua and all of that foolery because the Wilder situation. But then it's just I've been on here for a year. I just realized today, so I threw up a little celebration, year anniversary. This marks a year I've been on YouTube. But we just really talking about any and everything, whatever you want to talk about, my man.
And yeah. on 2K.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll with the flow.
Yeah. So what do you think about that? The whole Fury just walking through AJ and all of that.
Look, I definitely
and Andre Ward. Did you see the interview?
Yeah, I heard the Andre Ward interview. In fact, Iron Kong showed it to me while I was on stream. I would favor Tyson Fury in the fight, but I would not say that Anthony Joshua has less of a chance than Wilder. I think both guys can do. I think Anthony Joshua can do what Deontay Wilder does, but I think he has a better variation of the jab. Deontay Wilder, all it really took to beat Wilder is just to take away his jab. But if you take away Joshua's jab, then he can actually bite down on his mouth guard and step in the high guard and start fighting you. So I do think Joshua presents more threats to Fury than Wilder, just as far as a stylistic matchup. And I think he does have a shot. However, I don't think that shot will be enough because I don't think I just don't feel that he's going to be able to utilize his jab effectively enough to be able to disrupt Tyson Fury's rhythm. I also don't believe that he's good enough. He's going to be able to rush in on Tyson Fury the way that Otto Wallin did.
You see, I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect that. This is. I mean, I can respect that. But when people say he has no chance and Fury's just going to outbox him and make him look silly, I just can't respect that shit.
I do think it's possible that he could knock him out because, I mean, Fury does not like pressure. If he's able to get on the inside of him, if he's able to take away his leverage, lean on him the way McDermott and Wallin did, and keep his weight on his back foot, and maybe this would be a fight to add a little bit more weight than he did in the previous fight. But I will say Tyson Fury is, I mean, he's just a great all-around polished fighter. And I think his quickness, his reflexes, his jab, his control will be ultimately too much. But I think Joshua stands a chance. He has the power. And if he can fight on the inside with him, he can, utilize his strength above Fury, maybe.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I like I said, I see it as a 50-50 fight. Yeah, I see it going either way, depending on how the fight plays out. I can see Fury being the controller of the fight, controlling the distance, controlling it. But I can also see Anthony Joshua getting him out of that rhythm, and with body shots, with combinations to the body and the head, and that will get Fury out of his rhythm.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, the fight, it can go either way. It's a 50-50 fight. I'd love to see it. I don't care who wins. Whoever wins is the number one in the division.
I have a 60-40.
Officially.
Real quick, guys. Prime Fighting Champion says, anyone seen a Reynoso video about B-Vol at 168 if he wants to come down? Also, I want to say shout out to my man Champ Ross, that just stepped in the building. My man South Croy in the building and Boxing Finesse up in here. Mark just jumped on the panel. Iron Cone in the building. What's up, fellas? What's up, Mark?
What's up, man? Shout out to the shout out to the panel. I'm gonna drop off in a second. Just wanted to come on personally and say congratulations on making it a year here. For people who don't know, I've been with D since D was commentating on tennis.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So for the people who don't know, I've been around this bitch with D for a while. Congratulations to you on making it a year, especially in the boxing community, because it's crazy as hell and it's hard. It is hard.
It is. I appreciate that, Mark.
And continuously on that grind. Now, I'm going to say this. Very few people put in as much effort as D. So give the man as much respect as he deserves and also listen to him when he's breaking down points because he knows what he's talking about. I'm going to drop off, but congratulations.
Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure talking with you and a privilege. I hope for another year. Take care, bro.
Thanks, my man. Hey, that's real shit, bro. I appreciate I'm riding for that. Coach Stokes says Joshua's fought more killers than either Wilder or Fury. With that being said, I see 50-50, but Fury being more careful with Joshua for sure. Coach Stokes, I agree with that 100%. I don't have nothing to say against that.
Yep.
I don't have anything to say against that. Iron Cone in the building. Peace, salute to you, my man. So guys, look, check this out. So, all of these older guys are trying to, I guess, throw their name back in the hat for, appreciate that, South Korea. Yup, it's been a year, dog. For comeback fights, whether it be charity or whatever, some of them are calling charity, but guys like Riddick Bowe and Evander Holyfield, I don't believe that charity shit. I believe they want the money because they're having financial woes anyway. But now Holyfield, at 57 years old, is talking about coming back fighting Mike Tyson for a trilogy match, even though it will be a 3-round exhibition. To me, dude, is definitely a money grab. And I think a lot of people would be interested in looking at that. I'm pretty sure they would. I would probably watch it. But
you would watch that shit.
No charity match. Holyfield doing that because he needs some bread.
Yeah, I have a suspicion that, the guys who are actually taking it seriously and calling out main names, they need some money.
Yeah.
You don't come back to this sport if you don't need the money. You don't come back to it well, at that age anyway. It's too damn hard to do that. And if all those fighters are coming back, all these old guys, I just think they should do a prize fighter, because a prize fighter is a 3 rounds. It's just a tournament in one day. So they should just do 6 of them come back and just do a prize fighter. 6 or 8 of them come back and do a prize fighter. That would be brilliant, because they're just all guys beating each other up.
Yeah, I think they just need to be careful with it. Fuck, even John Fury threw his name in the hat.
John Fury got his ass whooped by every single one of them.
Yeah, but with the amount of money they talking about, John Fury, fuck that, bro.
Yeah, if they're doing it, if this old guy versus old guy, then I'll watch it. I'll happily watch it. But I don't want to see I don't want to see it where Mike Tyson's fighting somebody who's 30 years old and could possibly hurt him, or he could kill.
Yeah, but
that guy could still punch.
I don't think most of the fights that I've been hearing them talk about set up was an older guy versus an older guy. I didn't hear anything Mike coming back to fight Dillian White or no shit like that. You know what I mean? It's been Shannon Briggs, Evander Holyfield, things like that. You know what I mean?
The Shannon Briggs fight would be Shannon Briggs versus Mike Tyson.
Shannon Briggs wins.
A bare knuckle though. That was supposed to be, and that's still in conversation because the guy David Feldman, the president of BFKC, has $20 million on the table. That's a lot of money, guys.
Nah, I don't want to see that bare knuckle, because one of them are going into hospital and then coming back out. Bare knuckle.
Maybe not, Eric, because look, it's only a 10-minute fight. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but bare knuckle fights are not always as dangerous as getting smacked with them damn 8-ounce gloves and shit, bro.
No, but have you seen the size of those two guys' fists? If they
Yeah.
land clean without any padding,
Yeah, but you might have cuts and lacerations, but you ain't gonna have brain damage, nigga. Which one would you want? I would rather have my lip and my jaw split and cut and have to get stitches than to have brain damage. Those gloves causing
I
brain.
want to see a boxing match between them. If them two get in the ring, let it be boxing. I don't want to see no goddamn bare knuckle fight.
Well, it's called bare knuckle boxing. Nah, yeah, I feel you though. I would rather see them box, but that's interesting to me. James Toney threw his name in the hat. You know what I mean? He said, "Tell Shannon Briggs and Mike Tyson and Holyfield that he'll throw his name in the mix." What about
James Toney can't speak anyway right now, so it don't nothing changes for him.
what about a 4-guy tournament?
That'd be good though. A 4-guy tournament would be
Briggs, Tyson, Holyfield, and Tony. James Toney.
To see whose voice slurs the worst by the end of the tournament.
Yeah.
Well,
James Toney's
I
so
will tell
with
you
that
already,
shit.
Mike Tyson, he'll be out of that. It'll be between the other guys, James Toney and Riddick Bowe. It'll be hard to beat them two.
Hell, Holyfield's starting to slur quite a bit.
Yeah, he is. But James Toney and Riddick Bowe, they've been on the slur mission. Yeah. Those guys, man, they're doing pretty bad. So Tank Davis, dog. Sugar Tank Davis. So y'all know I had to talk about this little fat fuck. He's always giving me something to talk about too. So Tank Davis, and I know y'all probably heard this, talking about he will stop Lomachenko in 10 rounds. Talking about how he's going to break him down. He stops Lomachenko in 10 rounds. This is my thing with this. And I'm getting tired of these Tank Davis fans defending this stupid statement because, dude, this is Lomachenko you're talking about stopping in 10 rounds when you could not stop a gimp leg Gamboa. The dude had one leg, bro. And you couldn't stop him until the end of the 12th round. How the fuck you going to stop Lomachenko in 10? I don't get it. Real quick, Fireman says, congrats, D. Keep it up. $2 super chat. I appreciate you, Fireman. Always appreciate you coming through, bro. How you going to stop Lomachenko in 10? Somebody please explain that to me.
Well,
go on, Intangible. You go.
Stopping Lomachenko in 10. Well, you need to find out his timing. You need to really study him inside the ring. You need to pick up on his tendencies early. And you need to figure out how he moves and evades your shots. Okay. You need to feel him out. You're not just going to stop him early. What you have to do is you have to use your jab. You have to feel him out, similar to what Campbell did. Use your jab and feel him out. And then based on whatever you do next, based on your second shot, your two shot, you then have to time his movement as he's moving around your jab. Okay. You have to feint with the jab, load up on your left hook, and keep your lead hook ready for you to throw.
Unbiased is trolling. Or maybe he wrote that wrong. Get this smoke. Hold on, I got you, smoke. Or maybe Unbiased wrote this wrong, but Unbiased said, I agree with Tank. Maybe Unbiased trolling, or he wrote that.
But I mean, here's the thing. It's not like you're going to be able.
He said, I agree with Tank, but then he said Gamboa has better reflexes than Loma.
Yeah, he trolling like a monster.
Yeah, but like I was saying, like you can't just break down Lomachenko. You have to time him. You have to figure out his movement, and you have to have good speed and a good jab. And you have to catch him when he tries to evade your jab and your 1-2, and the timing that you utilized in order to catch him.
And also, it'll be southpaw versus southpaw.
Yeah, intangible. Unbiased says that sounds like easy work for Tank Intangible. That's what
So
you making it
it's
sound
gonna.
like easy
I
work.
can't see. One, he has to outbox him. He has to outbox Lomachenko, which is one of the hardest things to do in boxing. So yeah,
Yeah.
let him get past that bit
Smoke.
first.
What's up with your smoke?
What's up, man? Congratulations.
Appreciate that, brother.
1 year in the game.
Huh?
1 year in the game.
1 year, bro. It's crazy. That shit went by fast too, dog.
D, what's
Time
your
flies
favorite
when you're having
moment?
fun.
What you say, Eric?
What's your favorite moment in this year?
Oh, you know what, man? I can't even lie. I don't really have a favorite moment per se because we had a whole lot of good moments on Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I will say this. Some of my favorite moments, and I think even Smoke will agree with this. Some of my favorite moments on this channel, me, Smoke, like sometimes even it would be El Jefe, Unbiased. We would sit up here for like 3 hours and shit and just kick it. And it's no fucking like yelling, arguments, debates, or nothing. Like some of those discussions, because it was good discussions, like we had really good discussions. Some of those were my favorite moments because I like the debate. I like all the heat and the arguing and all of that shit. You know, it's exciting and shit, but sometimes just a really good boxing discussion, that's better to me anyway. I enjoy that more.
Yeah.
And we've had a few times like that. Smoke was here for a couple of them. Smoke, I know you remember. We must have chatted for like fucking 3-4 hours and nobody fucking debated or none of that shit, bro. It was just like just a good discussion about different topics and shit like that.
Yeah, you stayed away from Wilder, right?
No, see, not even then. Not even then, because the whole thing heated up the closer the fight got. Like, when it was all before the fight, like who cares? Because I mean, it made it. See, the thing is, I don't. I think that I don't dislike Tyson Fury. That's really what it is. I don't even dislike Anthony Joshua. Really, in this entire equation of everyone, I just kind of dislike the way Eddie Hearn, like his tactics. I don't even really so much dislike Eddie Hearn so much as I don't like the way he goes about doing his thing. So it's really, that's really as deep as it goes. The fighters themselves, like I like them. I think the characters. I think it's a great time for heavyweight boxing. I'm interested to see who shakes out to be the best. I had the guy I was rooting for, but wasn't even rooting for him for very long. Like, it was Styles, and I want the fact that they're all like just. I feel like they've separated themselves apart from everyone else in the division, and just their dimensions and what they bring and their different styles. I want to see those guys mix it up multiple times in every kind of combination. AJ versus Fury multiple times. Wilder versus AJ multiple times. I want to see these guys mix it up.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I agree with that, bro, because I don't think it's like a one fight off that can settle that shit. With Wilder and Fury, we pretty much got the story on that. And that book is gonna be closed, Smoke, after the trilogy. But
my thing with it is these guys could put themselves in as greats by just fighting each other multiple times because they'll go down as great fights.
Yeah, I agree with that. Unbiased said throw White and
Ortiz. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
I think in order for one of these fighters to actually go down as great is to become undisputed and make numerous good defenses.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the issue is just what constitutes a good defense. And, there's stuff to be said for all the guys who aren't the top three dudes, but there's also glaring holes in all of those guys, right? Whether it's Dillian White, Ruiz, Ortiz, Big Baby Miller. I didn't go down the list to the second and third tier guys: Pulev, Povetkin, Hunter, Usyk. It's just those guys haven't done enough in the heavyweight division to really say if you beat those guys, then that means you're great.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I agree with you, but then you can only beat what's in your era, and that's all they're doing. So if they're gonna go down great by beating everyone who is classed as a top guy or say a second tier guy in their area, they've beaten everybody.
Yeah, that's different than a couple of title defense. That's different than unifying. I mean, being undisputed in a couple of defenses. If you cleared out the division, sure. If you beat everybody, then you beat everybody, and that's all that can be done. And that's more than either Klitschko brother did separately, but together that's what they did.
Yeah, I agree with you. Bro.
Well, you see, an example of greatness would be if Bakadir Jalolov beats Fury and AJ, destroys them, and then ends up defending and making great defenses in rematches against them, Ortiz, White, Parker, and then whoever another prospect coming up, Arslanbek Makhmudov, and then he reigns as heavyweight king of this era.
I think Jalolov's gonna be good, bro. I want to see this dude. But I don't think Jalolov gonna beat my boy Philippe and Tangible. Tell you that right now.
Hey, Robert Helenius has a shot at it. Robert Helenius, if he beats Fury, if he just goes up the line, Miller, Ruiz, Ortiz, he already fought White. He didn't have to fight White.
And you know what?
Because he fought everybody, right?
Well, you know what? It's going to be a brutal trilogy between Robert Helenius and Jalolov. It's going to be some classic fights.
I think
Helenius somehow beats Big Baby Miller.
Helenius would be a good test for Jalolov.
Yeah, it would. One thing with Jalolov is I think Jalolov is going to match very well against heavyweights who don't necessarily apply too much pressure and don't get inside of him, because those are the guys he struggles with. You know, I watched him in the amateurs. I watched him against, I think it was Joe Joyce. Yeah, he fought Joe Joyce, and he sort of crumbled in that fight because Joe Joyce was bringing the pressure to him. And this was 5 years ago. Granted, I understand that, but when he was applying pressure to him, he had a lot of trouble. And he was moving back in straight lines and was eating his shots, and he was sort of folding too. And his stamina didn't last too long in that case. But, I mean, he was still able to get his shots off.
Yeah, fact. Shitbiz said Fury won't be around long enough. I don't think I have my reservations about that too, Shitbiz. I think a few more fights that dude gonna retire. Fury need to make a single defense. Yeah, he better. T-Tone Toledo, he said about the same time 1 year with you, D. Yeah, T-Tone, before you came in, bro, I was showing my first live I did when it was only me, you, Boxing Monster, Red Glove, and Unbiased stepped in there. And I was on for like an hour and a half, bro. It was us four in that bitch the whole time. That was good shit, bro. Memories. Good shit. Nostalgic. That guy in the building was good.
Yeah. I've been fucking with this account for like 7.5 months.
Yeah. Man, it's gonna go by fast, Intangible. I tell you that. You say you've been on for about 7.5 months?
Yeah,
it's gonna go by fast, bro. I tell you that right now. It just goes by.
I remember the first time I heard I messaged you on Twitter asking if I can come on here.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Coach Stokes. Okay, bro. I appreciate you, my man. He said I'm gonna slide out. Great line, fam. Keep up the great work. Congratulations on the 1 year, bro. Keep them pumping and coming. Much love. Much love to you, Coach Stokes. Appreciate you, dog. Yeah, man. I remember Eric. The funny thing with Eric, now I do remember this, and I'll never forget this. So the funny thing with Eric is Eric would come on. And I eventually let him on the live. He would come on the live and speak, but Eric never showed his face. And so one particular day, the panel was full, and 4 of us on the panel had our faces showing. And it was only Eric, and I think it was Mark or L-Dog or somebody that didn't have their faces shown. So Eric was like, D, I'm getting ready to leave. And he was like, all right, my nigga. And everybody on the panel just fucking paused, and their face was like this. You know what I'm saying? Because they thought Eric was a white Britishman, dog, straight up. And then Eric came on the next live, and he just showed his face, and he was cracking up laughing because he already knew what everybody thought, bro. I said that shit was hilarious. I'll never forget that shit because I ain't even gonna lie, Eric. I thought you was a white British fella too, and when you said it, like I didn't get surprised, but that was just like, well, shit, fuck it.
No, because as soon as you had Whoa, hold up. Eric, let me see. I said you thought I was white, right?
right. Yeah. And then he just came back on the next live with the camera was on and he was just fucking dying laughing and shit.
Yeah.
Eric was black as the rest of us and shit. You know what I mean? Yes, sir, in the building. What's good? What's good? Yes, sir. But hey, I'm here in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, right? I don't know if anybody ever been here to Columbus, Ohio, right? Well, bro, white people around here, they walk around saying that shit. They walk around, what's up, my nigga? What's up, my nigga? Like it ain't no tomorrow, bro. All in the hood and everything. I ain't even gonna bullshit y'all, bro. Y'all come here, they be like, what's up, my nigga? Oh, that's my nigga over there. My nigga, my nigga, my nigga. And it ain't nothing. Nobody blink an eye, none of that shit here. So I guess it all just really depends on where you at.
It depends on where you are and who
Yeah.
wait, how you take it, really. It depends on how you take it.
I don't take it no way because I'm telling you right now, I don't give a shit. Like
Nope.
a lot of my family members, some of my boys, they give a shit. They still on that. No, fuck that, because I don't give a fuck, bro.
I don't give a fuck. I have not given a fuck since I was about 11 years old.
I don't care if you German, Chinese, Indian. You say what's up, my nigga, to me, I'm gonna look back at you and say, what's up, my nigga? Fuck do I care? I don't give a fuck. That's simple. If it's supposed to be meant as a term of endearment, then take it that way. If it's supposed to be meant as a term of endearment, don't take it in offense. Because if a motherfucker walk up to you and say, what's up, bro? What's up, my dude? What's up, my man? Like that, you taking it as a term of endearment. So if they walk up to you and say, what's up, my nigga, then take it as what it's meant for. Don't take it in offense.
Ohio fought for the Union.
Bias said, nah, no white boys can say that to me. I don't even know that. Like I said, bro, to each his own. I just don't give a fuck. But I feel as my cousins, I got cousins and my boys and shit that's like that too. Like one of my cousins, my blood cousins, I almost had to fight over because he's white, like regular white. I got white people in my family, that's right. And he said this shit around my boys, a couple of my boys, and they wanted to fight him. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is my cousin, nigga, my blood cousin. I'm not just calling him my cousin. He's my fucking cousin. That shit's not hopping off. Like, y'all not fighting him, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going down like that. So, I mean, what do you do in a situation like that? Like, the man got black family, bro.
Personally, I choose not to say it out of respect because there are a lot of different people who take it different ways.
Yeah,
and if I do choose to say it and I say it around somebody who's not comfortable with it, if it became secondhand nature, I'd probably get fucked up.
Yeah, well, I would just say, to be safe, just say it online.
You know what it is? Like, I grew up with different racial slurs as terms of endearment. Right. It's like it's generational. Like my younger brother is 6 years younger. You know, they're 43 years old, and his whole crew, they grew up dropping them, like, letting them fly, but. Right. Nobody my generation old, like that's not how you got down. Like, it's not what we did.
It's different generation.
I mean, it's just like black women. They sit around all day, bitch, please. Oh, that bitch this, that bitch. Now let you call him a bitch. Fuck you, man. Who the fuck you calling a bitch? Blah, 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 blah. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Y'all sit around calling each other bitch all day long. As soon as the nigga said, as soon as a man come and call you a bitch, it's all over. It's the same shit.
Have you seen Get Hard with Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
I watched that shit last night, and just as you said that bitch thing, that came into my head when he calls his wife a bitch.
Yeah.
And she slaps the shit out of him.
But that's how it is, bro. That's how it is. I mean, shit, man. People are just touchy and sensitive in this day and age. And
I don't give a fuck. I grow up like literally where I live is just full of white people. So if someone tries to insult me by saying that, I don't give a fuck either way. You say what you want.
My family is just too diverse for me to give a fuck about trivial shit like that. That's just the problem with me. I guess I'm too open, or too I'm too nonchalant about that shit because again, my family's too diverse. I can't be racist against anyone because I might fuck around and go to a family reunion or something and find out that race is in my damn family. Like, what the?
Yeah, like yeah. There's a lot that goes into it. It's definitely your environment, the culture you're part of. Generational, and there's difference between even the culture of your family and then a culture that you may choose, right? You go and adopt another culture.
Icon said, "No, I don't use the word myself. No white man or woman can call me that with the A or the ER. So what Icon said is, don't call me nigger and don't call me nigga. You don't use it at all, motherfucker.
Yeah, see,
ancestors in my blood, and they try it. Yeah, I feel you, bro.
Yeah, there's two opinions that the old people taught me. One was, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. And then the other thing is, you can call me what you want as long as you're paying me, but as soon as you don't, then you don't have a problem.
Right. So guys, let's to get back to boxing, and we started on this. We were talking about, so the Jermell Charlo, y'all know these guys are antsy because fucking they're on this hiatus, fucking lockdown. But Jermell Charlo and Jason Rosario is starting to go at it with each other. IBT in the building. I'm back with what topic? Let me drop the link so you can come up here, IBT. That guy, happy anniversary, brother. I appreciate you. That guy with the 10-pound super chat, man. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk family. Appreciate you, that guy. That's what's up. Link in the chat right there for you, IBT. But so they're starting to heat up. Jason Rosario, he warned Jermell Charlo, that I'm the best. He said, I'm truly the best. Not just that I think I'm the best, I am the best. And I'm putting you on notice. Watch your mouth, slow your roll. That's what Jason Rosario sent that message to Jermell Charlo. Well, Jermell Charlo came on Instagram. You know how the Charlos do their thing. And he said that Jason Rosario getting trucked in a fight with him. So basically, he said he'll run through Jason Rosario. So guys, it's heating up. It's heating up. Jason Rosario, Jermell Charlo. We're going to go around the panel, starting with my man, Get This Smoke. Who you got? Jason Rosario, Jermell Charlo is heating up. Who you got? That guy. Once again, thank you for the super chat. What you got, Smoke?
Battle of the basic fighter who are big. You got Jason Rosario coming off of the performance of his career, and Jermell Charlo coming off of a must-win. I don't know a lot about Rosario's hunger, but he definitely showed the eye of the tiger that fight against J-Rock. He ate a lot of good shots, good combinations. Early, it looked like J-Rock was going to whip his ass, but he took everything J-Rock had, and J-Rock could not hang. It's a similar way to the Charlos do it too, both of them. I would favor Jermell Charlo just because I like his movement a little bit better, and I've seen more from him.
Right.
But that Rosario looks like a tank. He looks like a handful. If he's able to take everything Charlo has to offer, I don't see Charlo all of a sudden using lateral movements and hooking off the jab and all that. I think he's just going to rinse, repeat, just keep throwing the same shots over and over. Like, yeah, it could turn out to be Rock'em Sock'em video game kind of. But at this point, I got Charlo for experience. But I give Rosario a good shot at it. I definitely want to see the fight.
Yeah, me too. All right. IBT just stepped up in the building. IBT, did you hear the topic, bro? The question?
Yeah, I caught the topic.
All right, since you just stepped in, you go ahead and answer that one. Jason Rosario, Charlo, who you got?
At the moment, I would have to favor Jermell just because I've seen more of him, and I think it'd be kind of unfair if I just picked against him. He's coming off that good win against Harrison. I mean, the guy's got a chin and he's got power and he's got heart, right? But I think the issue is that he doesn't really have lateral movement like he was talking about. He doesn't really have defense. But I think Rosario kind of has the same issues. So I could see this becoming a war. You know what I mean? I think both guys are going to want to come forward, and whoever's on the back foot is probably going to be the one that's disadvantaged.
Right. So who you say you edge Charlo in that fight?
Yeah, just because I've seen more from him, you know.
I got you. So Intangible. Since y'all sound so much alike, why don't you go next?
Well, from what little I've seen of Jason Rosario, I would favor Charlo, but Rosario has a shot. Now, let me tell you why. Because Rosario is a good overall puncher. It's not even just power. It is just his good punching technique, his ability to lead, his ability to counter, to come off the jab, throw the straight right hand. And I give Rosario a shot because he is a bit because of the fact that he's a good counterpuncher, and Jermell is very front foot heavy. His weight is always on his front foot, and when he throws the right hand off of the jab, he tends to lunge in a bit. And Rosario, I think, is the bigger man. If Rosario can use the high guard and use his jab and take away and be able to dominate the range, then I think he would beat Charlo. However, I think Charlo is more polished, and I think he can fight on the outside, and he can move, and he can fight going backwards better than Rosario. But I think both guys, like Get the Smoke said, are basic, good punchers, good timing, and I would favor Charlo in that fight.
All right, Eric, you up, Chuck?
I've got Jamel because just from his last performance, he showed a hell of a lot of grit to actually grind out and to stop Tony Harrison in that fight. After for a lot of the fight, I think he got hurt a few times in that fight. To bite down, he was tired as well. He looked very tired in that fight. I've just got Jamel on how much grit he showed in that fight for me.
Yeah. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say this. I mean, I like all of you guys made some great points. Prime Fighting Champion said Charlos take a lot of punishment to land shots. Even fight a lesser competition, they're not gonna last in boxing. No, not continuing to do that, but they got good chins, and the thing is they give a little more than they take. So that's why they end up winning. Well, I do agree with you. No fighter can keep taking shots, but first I want to say that Jason Rosario is a dog, bro. I think he was pretty impressive in that fight with J-Rock. I'm not saying that anybody on the panel is underestimating him, but I think that he has a little more to offer just from what I was seeing. With that being said, though, I would edge Jamal Charlo too. It's not with me, not because I've seen more from him, but as in IBT said, he has similar issues to what Charlo has. Like, because he beat J-Rock, let's not get confused and act like he put on no fucking masterclass or he put on a spectacular show. He was off balance. He got rocked by J-Rock as well. You know what I mean? He was getting hit with shots. So it wasn't like Jason Rosario was spectacular. He won the fight. But he wasn't spectacular in that fight. And one thing about both Charlos is they got pop, bro. They got pop and they got beards on them. So if we're talking about a battle, like who's going to take more shots, I'm banking that Jamel's chin will hold up more than Rosario, because I seen J-Rock hit him, back him up, and the kid was hurt. He came through and bounced through it and, of course, beat J-Rock's ass, but J-Rock hurt him.
Okay. Although I must say, like, Julian J-Rock Williams is a more crafty fighter, in my personal opinion, than Jermell Charlo. And he's very good at being able to slip under the jab and crouch down as he's throwing the jab and get out of your field of vision. Okay, crouching under and going to the body, using his jab to get down and things like that, and using different angles. Charlo is not going to do that. That is probably the reason he found success against Rosario. Charlo's not really going to.
Intangible. Charlo is more aggressive and he hits harder. and he's going to land that shot. You look at the fight with Cotto, okay? You look at the fight with Cotto, right? No, Charlo's not as polished a boxer as J-Rock, but he hits harder and he's more aggressive. You see, because he can take more clearly than J-Rock. J-Rock been slept twice, right? Okay, Charlo could take those shots, so he could take more risks and he's more aggressive. He's going to get in there and he's going to land a shot on you. That's the thing. So I do agree with you that J-Rock is a little more crafty, as far as his technique and throwing punches. Yeah, he's better than Charlo at that. But Charlo's much more aggressive, more persistent, and he hits harder. So that's that shit that you're talking about, to be honest with you, bro.
I see your point, and this is where I'm gonna have to look into both of their fights a little more, because I've watched both of them and I've analyzed Jermell a little, but I haven't done any analysis on Banana. And now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, we saw Tony Harrison. Did you have Tony Harrison winning before he got knocked out?
I had him dominating. I had him slightly ahead of the cards.
Yeah, so me too. Now that I'm thinking about it, though, he wasn't just outboxing him. He was also able to walk Jermell down at points. So I'm trying to think, right? If he's able to walk Jermell down at points, what's a bigger guy like Rosario going to do?
Yeah, but Tony Harrison hits harder than a lot of people think, bro.
Yeah, but I don't think he hits harder than Rosario.
All right, Rosario, but also Tony Harrison is better technically as well.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say he's a big enough guy. Then I think it's not like Rosario can't walk him down, right?
Hold on for a second. Who did you say was better technically? Intangible?
I said that Tony Harrison is better technically than
right. That's what I was about to say. Tony Harrison's a better boxer than Rosario, bro. He's much better than Rosario. So when you implementing skills plus pop, that can have a lot to do with why he was able to, walk Jermell down. Rosario ain't gonna be able to do what Tony could do in that ring to Jermell. He'll fuck around and get stopped.
So do you have? Because I'm thinking right now it's a close fight.
Well, Tony is. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro, but Tony Harrison's an excellent counterpuncher, right? So it gives a boxer like Jermell that's coming forward. He's a counterpuncher with pop. It gives him more to think about. You're not just going to walk up in there. With Rosario, he doesn't have those technical skills like Tony Harrison. There is nothing to think about with Rosario. It's trading shots is what's going to go on with Rosario and fucking Charlo. You understand what I mean? So he's not going to be as effective as Tony Harrison coming up in there like that.
And I wasn't trying to say that he would. Yeah, I wasn't trying to say that he would win, but what I was just trying to say is it's not out of the realm of possibility, and Rosario is a bigger guy, so maybe he doesn't need as much technique as someone like Harrison did, who I think is one of the – I think him and J-Rock, although their chins are a little suspect, I think they're probably the more complete boxers in the division. And it's I was rooting for both of them in their respective fights, and they lost. But
right. And Unbiased hit the nail on the head. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I like.
Also, I want to say this real quickly. Tony Harrison is 2 inches taller than Jason Rosario and has a 6-inch reach advantage.
Okay, cool. I wanted to read this.
But he's just a large.
Walk him down. He did it intelligently. You see? That's a way to clean it up. All that bullshit I said, Unbiased summed it up with a nice little phrase there. Harrison didn't just walk him down. He did it intelligently. That's exactly right.
He mentally beat Charlo in that fight early on in that fight as well, because Charlo couldn't outthink him at all in that fight early on, going the way through.
Well, I also had an argument about that shit too. The mental. Because listen here, bro. I say he didn't mentally defeat Charlo because Charlo stayed focused and Charlo kept to his plan, and Charlo, guess what? He got it. He ended up. Hold on, listen, hear me out. He didn't get him even early in the fight because Charlo couldn't hit him, but he stayed mentally focused. You know who had a mental lapse early in that fight? It was Tony Harrison. He started showboating. He started playing around. So when we talk about the mental in that fight, I don't think that he fucking lapsed mentally in that fight. He fucked himself mentally in that fight.
I think he got too comfortable.
Kind of advantage. proved himself mentally. And Charlo stayed focused and stayed nutted down and knocked his ass out.
Let me also bring up about Mario is that he's, like you guys are saying, he's not really an amazing boxer. Well, he's not bad, right? I mean, he had a split decision win before the J-Rock fight against Jorge Cota. And that's the guy that Jermell was using as a 3-round knockout tune-up before going to the Harrison fight. So maybe it was a fluke. It's not really, it's not really clear. Maybe it's just it wasn't a good style matchup, or he's changed. But he's also been knocked down by Gallimore. So it's not like he can't be cracked.
Yeah, that Gallimore fight though, like, yeah, he went down, but that was kind of an early stoppage. It's not
I agree with you, Smoke.
He could have. I think he could have continued, and that was a scrap. They both were going at it.
I said that right after
the
fight.
That
was one of them fights, Smoke. When the fight ended, that was one of them fights where I was like, "Oh man," because I thought that fight could have continued. Dog, that's exactly what I said when that fight ended. I was like, "Oh man, come on, ref."
Yeah,
let that fight go a little more.
I will say against in the Cota fight, he didn't look like a guy that I would pick to beat J-Rock, right? So for me, the best version of Rosario that I've seen was in the J-Rock fight. That's why I'm saying I just haven't seen it. I've seen the guy, but I haven't seen this new guy.
Hey, Lisa Ball's got a question for the panel. Smoke, I'm gonna let you start off with this one. And then we'll go around the panel. She said, does anyone think J-Rock took Banana for granted and didn't study tape? Smoke, you start off with that.
No, not at all. I think he had tons of success that came from the training and watching tape. Like, he knew his man. He just, it was just Rosario was able to take everything J-Rock had to offer.
Right. What do you think, Intangible? IBT?
I would say he just tried to implement a similar game plan as the one versus Hurd, and I think Rosario just had some things that were a little different that took him by surprise, and he got caught, and it happens. I don't think he reacted properly when he got hurt. I think he should have taken more time, worked more on making sure he was okay than trying to convince himself he was okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the power. I think
hold up, guys. They said, somebody said JB in the building. Bro, JB in up in. Oh, there you go. What's up, JB? Bro, JB up in the building. We need to see Rosario repeat that performance he put up against J-Rock before we get too carried. Yep, facts, JB. JB spit fire. That's a fact. All right, Intangible, you up. What you think about Lisa Bell's question?
Well, I don't think that J-Rock was particularly lackadaisical in how he fought. I thought he fought like J-Rock would regularly fight. Crouching down, finding entrances inside, trying to fight behind the jab, trying to use his physicality, but he encountered a stronger man who could counter his shots stepping in. And that's really all there is to it. I mean, he fought the bigger man,
Wow.
That's all.
Yeah.
I think the power surprised him a bit. I just think the power surprised him a bit. He wasn't expecting that.
I think he might have been gassing also. He seemed to, but I don't know if it was a confidence. I don't know. He seemed to wilt.
Yeah, he didn't react well to the power.
Let Eric finish his thought.
Sorry.
I'm going to come back to you. Go ahead.
He wasn't expecting that power, and like IBT said, when he did get hurt, he didn't react well at all to it, and it sort of like a panic set in where he felt like he needed to get it back.
Yeah. Go ahead. What was you saying?
There's something about J-Rock. I remember it felt like he just wilted a little bit. I think the way that Rosario was able to take his best, it sort of wore on it. I think it. I don't know. I think it made it affect his stamina. It made it affected the way he reacted to the shots. Like all of it. I think the trouble started with Rosario's ability to take the best that J-Rock had to offer.
Right. Now, I want to say this. So I give my piece. I think all you guys made terrific points. Some points that I didn't even think about. But I will say this. I think that I agree with I think it was IBT or Intangible, one of them. Y'all still get mixed up. But I agree with either one of you guys the point where you said that I don't think that he didn't study tape or overlooked him. I just think that they came in with a game plan and Rosario brought more to the table and was more effective and just kind of thwarted everything that they came with. Like they didn't think his beard would be what it was. They didn't think that he would be as aggressive as he was. You know what I mean? They didn't think that he would throw the volume of punches that he threw. Like, and when you design a game plan, because just like Smoke said, that was like the best Rosario we've seen. Like that motherfucker came to win a championship. You got to pour your heart out on the line and give it all you got. That's what Rosario did. He came to win a fucking belt. And I think that J Rock and them probably studied them and everything, but they didn't know that whirlwind was coming toward them. And J Rock and Banana was just a better man on that night. I think that's pretty much how it played out. But unbiased, coincidentally, everybody got their shot at that one, right? Lisa's question. Unbiased is leading me into the next topic that I wanted to jump on, guys. And I truly was getting ready to talk about this unbiased because I brought it up on another live and I wanted to continue. So Erickson Lubin, he has said that since Tony Harrison lost to Charlo and he lost to Charlo, and both of them deserve a rematch. How about they fight each other and the winner get Charlo? So, Eric,
I like that fight.
What do you think about that?
I like that fight. I really like that fight. I think I don't know. I just like that fight. I don't know who wins that fight. I probably edge Lubin in that fight, but it's a very good fight.
All right, okay. And you like the idea of the winner getting a match with Charlo?
Yep. Because I think Lubin were a little bit green when he fought Charlo. I think this time he definitely deserves another crack at as he's come back and recouped. Right. And for me, Tony Harrison was beating Mel before he got stopped. Like he said, he was being lackadaisical when he got stopped. So yeah, they both deserve a rematch. I think that's the perfect scenario. Those two fight each other for a rematch against him.
Right. Okay. Intangible.
Well, I think that this is a fight that's very good, and the only thing that cost Lubin in that first Jermell fight was one mistake where he instead decided to slip under the jab as Charlo was coming up with the uppercut instead of just pivoting out of the way and then countering him with the straight right hand. Lubin is very good. He's got a good jab, transitions his weight very well. He's good at feinting and keeping his distance. He's good at distance control. That's a 50-50 fight for me.
Yeah, I agree. Who's that? Smoke, you up, Chuck?
Yeah, I think it's a 50-50, although Lubin is just coming back. Harrison. All right. 50-50. 50. Like I like Harrison's legs. I like his punch placement. I like Lubin's power. I like his speed. I like his combos. I think Harrison might have a stamina issue. But I really haven't seen Lubin go long that much. I'd like to see the fight. I'd probably shade it to Lubin if I had to pick one guy, because I don't think that Harrison is fast enough to stay away long enough, or has the power to keep him off.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I feel that. So, it's me, huh? So I think Erickson Lubin unbiased is much better than he was when he fought Charlo. Just like IBT, did you go?
No, I didn't go, but you can go if you want.
Oh no, go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to do that. Go ahead.
Cool, it's cool. I would have to favor at the moment Harrison just because I thought he was doing well versus Charlo. I thought he was winning both. I thought he won the first one, and I thought he was winning the second one before he got caught. And I don't really know if Lubin has that kind of power like Jermell did, you know.
Right.
But he has improved, and I do like him. I think he's going to be a champ later. I'm trying to think what has he really done since he beat Charlo, and I'm thinking he beat who was it? Ishii Smith and Gallimore, right? And those aren't bad. Like at the moment, I don't really see that to someone who just held the world title, right? And who was winning before he got out, of course. And I think Harrison's talented as well technically. I think he has good dimensions, and I just he's a little more experienced and he has the reach advantage. So it's just a more comfortable pick to pick Harrison, but that's a close competitive fight, I reckon.
You know, here's the thing. I love this sport because people always tend to overlook and not pay attention to certain things. But do you guys remember, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys do, but there was always this talk about the bigger Charlo and the smaller Charlo, and there was always this question of Jermell's power and such, right? And you guys remember his last fights, all of these fights, even when he lost to Harrison in the first fight, this is what he's been trying to do, prove his power. And he's been knocking guys the fuck out too, doing it. So I think that there's a little bit underestimation on Jermell's power. And the reason that I'm bringing that to the table is Erickson Lubin actually has a decent chin. He got caught with the perfect uppercut by a guy like Jermell Charlo, who has very good power, right? Tony Harrison does have stamina issues. Whoever said that, I don't remember which one of y'all brought that up, but I think he does have stamina issues. And this young kid, Lubin, has power. He's fast. I believe Lubin's a little faster than Jermell. And I think he sleeps Tony Harrison.
Yeah, I kind of started to rethink this a little bit. I would have to favor Erickson Lubin against Tony Harrison.
I think he sleeps him. And I think
actually, I do think it goes to a decision.
Because Lubin is going to protect himself and not be as irresponsible as he was in that first fight. And I think that next fight, just like Unbiased said, I'm not even going to go back and find the comment on Unbiased, but I seen the comment, 154 is a lit division for real, bro. The competition is really stiff at 154. Really, really stiff. Obi in the building. Hey, congrats on the year, D. Jeff. Appreciate you, Obi. Said keep supporting the channel, y'all. No doubt. Appreciate you, brother.
I think that Lubin will wear down. I think that Lubin will end up wearing down Tony Harrison with jabs to the body, and I think that the fight will be very competitive up until the later rounds, and Harrison might still be winning, but I think Lubin will start running away with it because he's not going to be able to I just don't think his movement will be the same. I don't think he will quite have the fluidity.
Yeah. Boxer just made a really good point. He said Harrison has more experience. He will learn from his mistake. He's better boxer. Best thing to do for Harrison is not to exchange with Lubin. I definitely agree with that.
If he does that again,
it's just the speed and it's just the speed of the hands and the feet of Lubin. Though it's easier said than done. Like the way I think Harrison will definitely have a lot of success early, but you're talking about a younger, hungrier, faster. I don't know if he's younger, but anyway, I just think Lubin presents a particular kind of problem for Harrison, given his gas tank and his and the way he fights and his and their speed difference.
Yeah, he's much younger than Harrison.
Yeah, he's only 24. Yeah, Harrison's like
there you go. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was an age thing, but it definitely just is a difference in hand speed and foot speed, and those two things don't bode well for keeping the fight long.
Yeah, that kid has, listen, that's another thing, and I'm glad you brought that up, Smoke, and Smoke just didn't know the age, but yeah, he's much younger. Harrison's like, what, 32?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, Harrison's like 32. Lubin is 8 years his junior, bro.
No, not D. He's 29. He's still young.
Oh, he's 29?
25.
Harrison was 30.
No. Lubin is 24. I know that for sure.
Lubin's 24.
His 30s. Let me see. Hold on.
It's
Tony Harrison, boxer.
It should be 24 and 29. I don't think it's like an old man thing or he's past his prime. I think he's still in his physical prime.
No, I told you, motherfucker. He's 31. No, I'm playing. Let me check it out. No, they go IBT. That boy, see, he's sharp. That's what I tell y'all. Prospect of the year. That's my motherfucker. IBT. That's what he is. So it's 5 years to senior. So yeah, it's not like the old man.
He's 30 soon though.
Yeah,
he'll be 30 by the time they fight.
Yeah, there you go. He'll be in his 30s by the time they fight, but it's actually like considered the prime guy. So that might not be a bad thing, but he'll be 30 at the time of the fight. But guess what? Erickson Lubin will be 25, right into full strength. He training, he getting that man strength in there. He gonna knock Tony Harrison ass, slam the fuck out.
But you also got to also saying that Tony Harrison knows how close he was to retaining his belt against Charlo, so that hunger might put some more fire under him.
Hey man.
It was his own mistakes what lost him that belt.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Eric, but me and Unbiased think too much alike now. Unbiased, we need to get some kind of show going. That's it. It's enough, dog. This can't be coincidental. So Unbiased said Lubin, a southpaw, good speed, footwork. He gonna KO Harrison most likely. Hey, I'm telling you, bro. Listen, me and Unbiased said the same thing about Dillian White, about Bevo, about Teofimo, about Lubin, about Jamel Charlo. I'm telling you, man. I'm biased. He be seeing what I see, bro. He got a good sharp eye. You know why I know he got a sharp eye? Because he see what I see. I mean, that eye is sharp and keen.
He about 2 foot taller than you. He don't see shit what you see.
Good one. Yeah. JB said, I don't think Harrison want Lubin, to be honest. I don't think so either. I don't think he want that smoke.
Nah, but if they order it for eliminate as an eliminator for the contender, you're gonna have to take that shit.
Yeah, if Charlo agreed to it, which Charlo seeming like he want all the smoke. Look, let me tell you something. Laura's not a bad fight, bro. That's not a bad fight.
I like Jamel more so than Jamal, because Jamel actually wants to fight these motherfuckers.
Yeah, he wants Jason Rosario.
He's happy to prove himself.
That fight might happen now that he got Jason Rosario talking.
Yeah, but it's a difference in division. Like, there are no Hall of Famers at 154. There's 2 Hall of Famers at 160. There's no money guys really at 150. Like, Charlo might be the money guy at 154.
That's sure is.
You gotta play that political game. Like 160, there's some differences. It's not.
No, I know that, but I'm saying Jamel's energy is he'll fight anyone.
Yeah, he wants
about the money. He's just fighting.
That's why Jamel Charlo has won me back over as a fan again. I have split Twins in half. I don't fuck with Jamal. I fuck with Jamel. Okay, he's won me back because he want the smoke. He wanted Rosario. Look, Jason Rosario just started talking shit back. Jamel Charlo been wanted to fight him in Unify, but Jason Rosario's talking about the tune-up after the J-Rock fight and all that. So Jamel Charlo's like, all right, fuck you then, punk. I'm going to go over here and fight Laura. That's all the smoke, dog. You know what I mean? That's all. Hurd had the belt. What Jamel Charlo say? He wanted to unify with Hurd when Hurd had the belt.
Yeah, I mean, I like all that. But that outfit he wore into the Trout fight, that lion thing, it's gonna be a while before that's erased from my memory. He's gonna have to have a couple more wins. Yeah, call out everybody.
Outfit, dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Come on.
For real, that's why. Smoke, you're messed up.
Yeah, man, these guys come in dressed to the. I don't get it. This is not wrestling. I was like Wilder, and anyway, don't get me started. But Michael Hunter,
No,
like,
keep
why
going,
the
keep
hell
going,
are
keep
you
going.
guys coming in looking like this? It's ridiculous to me.
I don't know either, bro. Yeah,
Oh no, you're about to fight. Just wear a robe and get in the motherfucking ring.
yeah. Samuel said
Yeah,
Luba
it's
has more
Halloween, man.
experience since. Hold on, Smoke. He said Luba has more experience since the Jamel fight. He has Kevin Cunningham working with him. Plus, he has started to grow on his own man. Yeah, that's why I was just saying that long ago, Samuel, that man strength, boy, that shit is in. He get ready to fuck something up, bro. Go ahead, Smoke.
Oh no, that was it. That was just those homemade arts and crafts costumes. Like, let's put an end to it. Like, you're grown ass man. It's not trick or treating. This is a boxing match.
Trick or treating. Yeah, just wear a motherfucking robe and get in the ring and fight. Like all these masks and all these extravagant shit what they put on. I'm not with it. It takes you 2 minutes to walk to the ring, and you need to spend so much money on an outfit just to walk to the ring.
Bro, anywhere from fucking 5 to 50 grand, these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
crazy to me.
You had Tank dancing like Michael Jackson to the ring on one of his dances and shit. Michael Jackson. You have Fury on a throne. and he had women. He had women carrying him at that.
Dance and show. Tank Davis did. He had the whole Thriller dance and show.
Yeah. He had everything.
It was crazy.
They do all.
Yeah,
of that.
I don't mind a mini show on the way over. That's not. But just the costumes, the masks, and all that stuff. Like, it's too much.
Especially, it's too much when you use it for an excuse, ain't it, Smoke?
No, it's too much. Period. It's just too much. Like, listen, Gary Russell came in like with his like Pharaoh guard, and you seen his cold press that fits over his whole face like Tutankhamun. Like that kind of thing is kind of interesting. And all that.
I was just fucking with you, Smoke. You know I was taking the shot.
I get it. And listen, I don't. Again, no matter how much you try to say it's an excuse, whatever, man. I'm not trying to hear that. No matter how much the mainstream media, I'm like Trump on this one. Mainstream media is bullish.
Let that shit lie.
Hold on. If you like Trump on this one, because one thing about Trump, you know what he recognized? Fake news. So tell that Pharaoh, stop putting out that fake news.
No, tell that to what you need to tell that to is your boy over at Yahoo Sports.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Tell that to Max Kellerman. Tell that to Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith.
I don't fuck with them two clowns, man.
Stephen A. Smith.
They're the main ones talking about how it's the sorriest excuse you ever heard. I mean, get out of here with this.
It's just bums. Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Bro, I would love to debate them. Either one of them.
Stephen A. I can't get over
that. After every kind of contest, whether it's boxing, basketball, baseball, you always get a breakdown of what the other team feel like they did wrong. But apparently, unless you say what the only thing I did wrong was taking the fight because Tyson Fury is just so good. Like what I zigged, I should have zagged. Like you can't say anything other than Tyson Fury whooped my ass, or it's an excuse according to some people. But for me, that's not really an excuse when you're explaining from your perspective what went wrong.
Ralph, cut that out, man. Here go Ralph. Look, hey man, for what? You know what? I fucking love this shit. I love this Speak Your Mind Sports Talk family. Look, it is always somebody that go off the fucking hinges for one of these fighters.
Yeah, I mean,
Ralph, it must be you.
It's not even about the fighter. It's really an assault on it, and that's what I'm saying. I don't like to be manipulated by anybody, and that's what I feel like. I feel like this is a situation where certain guys are media darlings and certain guys aren't, and so they point out things that would otherwise go unnoticed, right? Just like I was saying, like if Wilder said something like, what Fury did was a lucky punch from the gods, then what you would have heard was a billion news articles about this, right? But certain guys can say it and just get away with it like it's nothing. But really, none of it really matters. Everyone just says stuff after they lose a fight. Like, let's move on.
Well, some people don't that are good sports and like can take a loss well. Like we heard Keith Thurman give full credit to Pacquiao, and he said, you know, he was just a better man on the night, and he said things, but none of it would take away from the fact that he put his best effort and still lost, right?
Yeah, the irony is Manny Pacquiao never had a loss where he congratulated how well the other guy did. It's always an excuse with Manny Pacquiao.
Well, there's a lot of losses where he's been on just an unlucky side, but there are for sure a couple losses where he's made excuses and it's not cool. So it's not like when he lost to Bradley.
Okay, yeah. What about the shoulder injury? What about the shoulder injury?
Yeah, no. Let me get to that. So like when he lost,
all I'm saying is certain guys get raked over coals and certain guys don't.
Finish.
Oh, yeah. Let me finish. So when he loses to Bradley and Horn, I can understand excuses, or not excuses, but I can understand him complaining about it since the widely held belief was that he didn't lose those fights. But when he loses to Floyd and then he says it's a shoulder thing, the facts are he was fighting. Like if anyone had a shoulder injury like in the cuff like that, it would be more evident. And he didn't seem to have an issue with it when he was walking out, or he should have stepped up and said it sooner. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of excuse where you can't hold it doesn't hold any merit. It's not real. It's just an excuse. It's a way to remove blame from himself and to remove credit from Mayweather.
And Manny did get slated for that. He got slated.
Yeah, and he did. Yeah, so I don't
did get slated.
No, they didn't. They used it as a reason for why he wasn't able to perform the way he performed. It wasn't slated.
There was Manny fans who was using it as that, but a lot of people were slating Manny for that shit.
Right, and I hear what you're attempting to say, but what I'm saying to you is what Manny Pacquiao fans put it as, and what actually mainstream media put it as was the Nevada State Athletic Commission didn't give Manny the opportunity to take anti-inflammatories. They actually spun that entire thing and made it about the athletic commissions, not about Manny making excuses.
So now you're talking about just like a devout group of fan base, and
right? Because that's what this entire thing was about. Is media darling. It's like some people are media darling, some people aren't.
All right, Smoke. Hold on, right quick. B Space in the building. Big up, D. Hi, everyone. What's up, B Space? Appreciate you coming through. All right, go ahead, Smoke.
No, yeah. My point really is just the way that some people are portrayed in the media. Like some people for whatever reason are media darlings. Some people for whatever reason are media villains.
Well,
I guess you kind of vilify yourself when you make excuses after a loss, right?
Nope, not for everybody. The media darlings, you can make excuses until the cows come home, and the media will make excuses for you.
I'll tell you this, Smoke. If you're not the media darling and your fans are less than desirable, you can't make excuses. And I'll tell you this. Wilder wasn't the media darling, and his fans definitely were less than desirable. So
yeah, they're making more excuses.
Less desirable to whom?
Yeah, but less
desirable to everyone else in the boxing community.
Right. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Okay, right. But so the question is, who's being vilified? Right? Is it you're vilifying yourself, or is it everybody finds you to be a villain?
Yeah, but his fans are constantly trying to find the next reason why he lost.
Well, because they're always trying to find something to blame him on that's ridiculous, that everyone else gets to do. That's the whole point of this whole thing.
Nobody else gets to do the back of the head shit.
If the entire thing was about Deontay Wilder lost, right, and that's it, he lost, we wouldn't be talking about this whole thing at all. We'd be talking about we'd be celebrating Tyson Fury. I'll tell you what, when AJ lost, he was vilified for the way Andy Ruiz looked, and that's about it.
That's
all the flack that he caught. All the flack that AJ caught was behind. And when I'm saying this, I would remind you, I'm speaking in the context of media, right? people who are liked by the media, people who are hated by the media. In a loss, you can expect negativity. You can expect somebody is going to detract from your thing and take some shot at you, right? The shots that were taking at AJ was about the fact that he got beat by a fat kid. That was the big narrative.
There was other stuff too, and stuff that I gave him flame on. Like when he first lost, he was humble in the ring, and I thought that was cool. But later, as the rematch begun to basically come to fruition, they're getting closer and closer to the date. He started saying crap like, it was a punch from the gods, or I wasn't right that night. It's like these kinds of excuses are the ones that these fighters get flamed for, especially coming off a knockout loss. You can't say the punches from the gods. I mean, how many punches like that has Andy Ruiz thrown in his boxing career? Probably hundreds and thousands, or tens of thousands of punches like that. So you can't say it's a lucky punch. Clearly, it's muscle memory. It's a punch you practice. So I flamed it. And if you want to talk about media, then sure, I'm talking about media. But I'm trying to say the people that are actually, normal fans. I'm not trying to talk about extremes. So if you don't want to talk about extremes, people did give him flame for that. But the issue with Wilder is that he, or through interviews, has come out with a lot of reasonings, a lot of excuses, in the sense where he isn't. I'm not saying you have to say, "Oh man, I got destroyed and killed," right? Like, good job. But you don't have to say, "Oh, that wasn't me in the ring. I was a zombie." Tyson Fury isn't the real champion. The suit that I chose to wear voluntarily, I paid tens of thousands of dollars for. That made me lose my legs, even though I'm on the Joe Rogan podcast a year prior saying that I trained in that kind of equipment. So when you have a lot of video evidence of you contradicting yourself and just making yourself look poor, it does that. It makes yourself look bad. It doesn't. It's not a good look for someone who's supposed to be a heavyweight champion. The baddest man on the planet is losing to a 45-pound weight, or didn't feel so good that night. These are kinds of things that everyone is going to have, and we don't really want to hear that. And that's why we give him flame, especially because of the quantity of excuses that he's made. Whether or not you think they're excuses, it's things that have put the reason away from himself or his training and have now placed onto other intangibles that couldn't have been changed by himself.
The only issue is we're still talking about whether or not the way that these two stories are portrayed. All the stuff that you're talking about, Wilder, got covered by mainstream media. The Lucky Punch from the Gods, that was about fan bases. That was fan bases on YouTube. That is the difference between these two things. Is that there wasn't. It's not like there was pundits going all off on AJ talking about how he made these excuses, right? And even throughout that whole thing, if you want to talk about fan bases, AJ fan bases were talking about growing guards and gum shields and knocked out and concussed before the fight and panic attacks and all of this stuff. But for some reason, it's only Wilder fans who are objectionable or have extremes or make excuses. But meanwhile, the whole point of this whole thing is whether or not, for me, it's not about whether or not you can point the finger at fan bases and say this fan base is different than the other, because it seems like that's what's happening. I don't think that's the case. Everybody has extreme fan bases that makes excuses that are retarded. My issue was how are these things covered in the press? Some things are highlighted for other guys. Other things are completely buried. And even the stuff that you're talking about that you find distasteful to take away from training or what the other guy did, that's fine. That's what you want to hear about. Other guys would like to maybe have some more context. And not only that, some guys want to hear what the fighter actually feels and thinks, regardless of the judgment of how you think he should think and feel.
Yeah, but go based on media.
Hold on. So when we talk about fan bases, let's talk about the Wilder fan base that made the whole fucking, and this is a subpar casual fan who even brought the whole Glovegate conspiracy up. This was a fan base, but the mainstream media got a hold and attached to it, bro. So I don't want to hear that whole, I like your breakdown about the fan base and the mainstream media, but if I'm not mistaken, Young Pharaoh is a part-time bullshit part of Wilder's fan base, and he's really just a fan of black, so he decided to speak on it.
Okay, the other part of Young Pharaoh that you're leaving out is that he was a fighter, and the other part that you're leaving out is the Glovegate
shit about boxing. Immediately you say he does not know much. Hold on, Smoke, because you talk for a long time, so chill the fuck out, bro. You talk for a long time, and I wouldn't let nobody.
No, go ahead.
Young Pharaoh admittedly said he does not know much about this game, bro. So I don't want to hear nothing about he's a fighter, ex-fighter, this, that, and the third. This guy does not even cover the sport of boxing. He's not a boxing fan. He covers hot topics on YouTube. Okay.
Right, but you put him as, but you painted that guy as the Wilder fan base.
So the whole Bloodgate conspiracy derived from the fan base of Wilder, a casual fan of Wilder. So we can't even move into breaking down fan bases and the ridiculousness. This is why a lot of people are going so hard at Wilder, because even till this day, I just seen a video, Fury cheated.
Right. Okay. So here's the thing. Young Farrell was a fighter, and this thing started. Let me finish. This thing started between him and a guy who's a manager promoter in the Mayweather gym. Right. The Mayweather gym then went on and started talking about what Young Farrell was talking about, and that's where this whole thing came from, between a guy who used to fight and had this thing, and also a bunch of other professional fighters as well. It had nothing to do with pointing a finger at a fan base, especially when it's just Young Farrell, whether or not he's a Wilder fan or not a Wilder fan. It's not the entire fan base that did it. It's one guy. And it's one guy that actually had a direct beat. Let me finish. It's one guy if you see Young Farrell's videos before Glovegate, he didn't have a bunch of Wilder videos. The only way he's being painted as a Wilder fan now is after he brought out Glovegate. But actually, even the people who put any sort of legitimacy to Glovegate were the professional fighters out of the Mayweather gym.
All right, Smoke, hogwash, bullshit, cut it out. I'm gonna turn this out. Yeah. I know. Okay, I know. My turn. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Listen, the Mayweather gym and the professionals and in the Mayweather gym, that sound real good the way you put that shit together, but it was Young Farrell that put the fucking video out, and that video going viral, not having a fucking thing to do with him running around the Mayweather gym spreading it and getting validity from them. Cut that bullshit out. The whole fucking LDBC fan base, Wilder fan base, PBC fan base, they built this whole narrative off of the video. Maybe the video went viral around the Mayweather gym, and these buffoons start talking about it like it was any legitimacy to it. Okay, I'll give you that. But it was the video that went viral. The Young Farrell video that he created without any influence or validation from anybody in any gym is what caused this. And that's where it spiked. That's where they got the whole narrative. And once again, until this day, they are saying Fury cheated because of it. So I don't want to hear the bullshit about the fan bases. I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
Right. I mean, but I get to listen to this load of bullshit that the guy is LDBC and that he is a Wilder fan, and he's all this stuff. Like he's literally none of the things. Okay. Listen. I didn't say that you did. I didn't say that you did. I didn't say that you said that. I didn't say that you said that. I'm just telling you what I've heard. I'm telling you. I can name channels. I'm just not gonna. I'm just telling you that Young Farrell has been called LDBC. You just classified him as a Wilder fan. Meanwhile, before that video, there are no Wilder videos about this guy. You see it now, it's PBC and crafting of message and all this stuff. It completely takes out the fact that there are professionals who actually crafted this thing. And there's people in the LDBC who don't who either don't care or don't think he cheated. But those guys' voices are not heard, right? It's just the LDBC did it, right? It's even though people inside the LDBC and outside of the LDBC think he either cheated or didn't cheat. But I get to hear the stuff you guys don't want to hear. It is what it is. We all get to hear stuff we don't want to hear.
They have run with it. They have run with Glovegate.
Who's they? Who's the LDBC guys who didn't run with it? The LDBC guys. What about the LDBC guys who didn't run with it? What about the LDBC guys who put out videos saying it didn't win? They don't believe it.
Hold on. I got the answer for Smoke. It's simple. It's a reason why some people want to hear certain things. And then other people, and certain things they don't want to hear. Here it is, Smoke. It's difficult to hear the truth about your fighter.
I know. It's difficult to hear.
Hold on. And the truth about Wilder is, here it is. got his ass demolished, and there was no cheating involved.
Okay, I hear what you're saying, but the truth of the matter is Tyson Fury is a cheat, and I know it hurts to hear things about your fighters that you don't want to hear, but yeah, Tyson Fury is a cheat.
So, yeah, and we got medical proof. That was the new video that got out.
Yeah,
too.
the medical proof is the new one.
Medical proof that Tyson Fury cheated.
The doctor,
you don't need medical proof. You have visual proof that Wade knocked out Cunningham. Tyson Fury's a cheat. He's also popped dirty. Apparently, he got fake board. Apparently, board meat. Apparently, don't got really board meat. Like your boy's a cheat. Now you don't want to hear. It hurts to hear things about your fight. The fighter you like. It's kind of hard.
Smoke's got the suit and tie.
Now you got to defend him. But now get the briefcase out and defend the guy.
Smoke's got the suit and tie out now.
People, go ahead, Eric. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just saying, Smoker's got the suit and tie and the briefcase out now for Wilder.
I'm saying no. Now I want to hear you get your suit and briefcase out for Fury.
I don't need no briefcase.
I've already heard your suit and briefcase for AJ, Eric. You said he didn't say it was a lucky punch at all. Like we already know that you're I get it. I get it. Yes, everybody's willing to defend their guy.
Check it out. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't have to come in a suit and tie. I don't need a briefcase, Smoke. You know, I'm coming with a motherfucking blunt in my mouth, some sandals or flip flops and shorts, nigga, because Fury beat the shit out of Wilder. I don't have to prove it.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, you're gonna get thrown out of court with that kind of attire. I can tell you that. Have you not seen my cousin Vinny? Have you not seen my cousin Vinny? You're gonna wind up in jail for the night. You can't go to the judge wearing flip flops.
I don't have to defend nothing.
Blunts and whatnot.
Listen,
your boy's a cheat.
Your
boy is a confirmed cheat. You know what Eddie Cotton said? The late great Hall of Fame ref Eddie Cotton, that Tyson Fury is the dirtiest fighter he ever had to officiate.
But listen, I'll tell you this, Smoke. I will give you this. Does Fury use some dirty moves? Hell yeah, he uses dirty moves.
What boxer doesn't?
I see him use dirty moves all the time. So when you say Fury uses dirty moves, I get you that. But guess what? It's just like Michael Jordan said when he hooked the fuck out of Byron Russell and made that shot. And the reporter asked him, Mike, come on, Mike. Did you fire Byron? Mike looked at the report. He said, did the man in the striped shirt call it? So did the ref call it, Smoke? Hell no. So Fury ain't cheat. He beat Wilder's ass. And you got to accept that whether you like it or not.
Yeah, only he did.
Hold on right quick, Smoke. Steven Snyder. Smoke has cognitive
Hey, Steven Snyder, what is cognitive dissonance? I bet you don't know what it is, because I actually can hold two opposing thoughts in my head at the same time.
Steven Snyder, appreciate the super chat. Listen, man.
I'll be on Smoke tonight.
You have cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, but the only problem is I can actually hold two opposing thoughts. I don't create those dichotomies. That's what you guys do. I hear you. Fans don't want to hear stuff about their fighters. When I say he's a cheat, you talk about dirty tactics. I said what I said was Eddie Cotton said he was the dirtiest fighter. I didn't say he used dirty tactics.
No, well, how did he
we can move that goalpost. What about popping dirty for PEDs? How about that? Is it a case of if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying?
Smoke. Slow down. How did he cheat in this ass whooping versus Wilder? That's what we're gonna stick to. I ain't talking about the bore meat.
Okay, right. I didn't accuse him of cheating in there. I didn't accuse him of cheating.
Okay, hold on.
I didn't accuse him of cheating.
In this fight where Deontay Wilder lost the WBC belt, like fuck the first fight, because the first fight, guess what? Wilder retained his championship. It was a draw. He didn't lose, Smoke. So he walked out of the ring with the WBC championship. But in the rematch, where the belt was removed from him, how did Fury cheat? Explain.
So here's the thing. He didn't have to cheat in that fight to be a cheat, because when he cheated, he's cheated several times, right? Because the guy's a cheat, right? So, and it also after he lifted the WBC title off of Wilder, using dirty tactics, he then was exposed for being the cheat that he is. So no matter how much you'd like to deflect from the fact that Tyson Fury is a cheat to the fact that Deontay Wilder just lost, it doesn't change the fact that Tyson Fury is a cheat and a dirty fighter.
Okay. So why did it take for him to beat Wilder for him to be exposed?
Hold on, Eric. So Tyson Fury is a cheat, but but in this rematch, he didn't cheat, but he's a cheat. He just beat the shit out of Wilder in the rematch, but he is still a cheat. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. See, as soon as he used dirty tactics to beat Deontay Wilder in the rematch, it came out that apparently a farmer did not supply boar meat, and as a matter of fact, boar meat is like you can't even get boar meat in the UK. So yeah, it came out again how Tyson Fury is a cheat.
We're gonna ignore how the fact that farmer is not really reliable and there's not really anything that's come out of that case since. Yeah, and the fact of the matter is that Wilder still lost his WBC title in a completely sanctioned. I mean, people talk about the gloves, but realistically, you had the sanctioning body look at the the commission look at the gloves, and you had a representative from Wilder's team look at the gloves. And Wilder himself hasn't said anything about the gloves, or his team said anything about the gloves. But we're just going to continue peddling this. People continue peddling this narrative about the gloves and this boar meat and stuff. But it hasn't really gone anywhere. And the main issue is, I think, the fact that they can't undo the fact that Wilder was knocked out technically, right?
Yeah, but Smoke doesn't support.
No, I got it. You guys can keep. Hold on. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Smoke hasn't supported this glove gate shit, bro.
No, I'm just saying other people. I'm not blaming.
Yeah, no, I got it. And here's the thing about your debunking of the glove gate. It seems to be that you miss that is that Tyson Fury is accused of moving his gloves moving his hands in the glove during the fight. There's no way that the commission can check for this. That would be the ref. The other part of it, the other part of it is right. I got it. It's not how gloves work. But anyway, you can argue that with Joey Spencer, who says that that's actually how they train in the gym, and they do it all the time. But you can argue with a professional fighter on that thing. I'm not Joey Spencer. I'm not Joey Spencer.
Like, who is he?
Let me finish my point. You guys, now you're just talking over me. Let me finish my point.
RBT and Eric, go ahead, Smoke. Finish, please.
Fine. Thank you. The reason why it hasn't the board hasn't gone very far is because Tyson Fury said, "I'm not even trying to get the license back in England. I'm just going to stay over here and fight." So as soon as he tries to go back to the UK to get his UK boxing license, should he get have the undisputed there, I'm sure you're going to hear all about this farmer and the boar again.
Right.
Yeah, but this farmer was the same farmer who testified that Tyson Fury bought the boar meat off him already.
Oh yeah, I got you. The issue is there's no boar meat in the UK.
No, but if it's the same farmer that testified saying that Tyson Fury bought it from him already is now coming out and saying that he never bought it from him. Yes. He's not a credible source because he's lied one way or the other.
Him not being a credible source does not exonerate Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury offered him up as a credible source.
You don't know why.
I need to debunk something really quick. There is wild boar meat in the UK. That is false. That there isn't. There is definitely boar meat in the UK.
Wild boar.
Yeah, there is wild boar meat. You can get wild boar meat in the UK.
Wild boar meat. Let's see. Okay, the wild boar has been extinct in the UK for fucking ever. But okay, let's look it up. Let's look it up right now since we have a point of contention. But beyond that, but just to stick with this point of the farmer not being credible. Anyway, the farmer not being credible. The fact that the farmer isn't credible doesn't actually help Tyson Fury's case because Tyson Fury said the farmer was credible when he offered him up as his alibi.
Yeah, and the farmer's already testified saying that Tyson Fury did buy it off him. So what's the reason? So if he's already testified saying one thing,
because he said he was paid to say it.
Yeah, he's saying that now.
I don't want to have
So which time was he lying?
Huh? Exactly my point.
Hold on for a second, guys. My man Andrew Tucker World in the building. What's up, Andrew?
What's going on, man? I just came through, man. I just got through doing the live stream myself, but I seen you was on. I was like, man, let me come through my brother's channel, man, and show him some love real fast and real quick, and just give a little insight on this situation, man. Because I got a lot to do, man. I got a lot of projects to work on, a lot of stuff to do for a lot of friends, and I got to go check on family. So I wanted to come through, show some love, and just give a little insight on this Tyson Fury situation.
Well, I appreciate that. Go ahead and spit. You got the floor right quick.
Well, the thing is this, man. How long are we going to keep? How long we're going to keep on coming with this excuse with this glove gate situation? Even though that was debunked, and that was basically exposed. So why do we keep talking about that? You know what I'm saying? I have to agree with Ishay Smith. It's impossible. If your hands was halfway in the glove, it's impossible for you to have some type of impact on hitting somebody with your knuckles, with their hand wrap. And you got the hand wrap, and then you got the what's that to go around the hand wrap? Help me out. You got the
knuckles or
you got the padding. You got the padding, right? You got the padding. Yeah, the padding, and then you got the tape, and things of that nature. So
the gauze and the tape. Yeah.
Right. So the way they say that his fist was inside of the glove, for one, it wouldn't look right. And how would that give him the advantage when his hands is halfway in if his fist was making, if he was making a fist halfway in his glove, that would not give him the advantage of hitting somebody. Matter of fact, it would take away of him trying to land a punch, because it's no possible way that he can hit some man with his fist when it's halfway in the glove. If it was so-called halfway in the glove, it's impossible for him to do some type of damage or have some type of impact on Deontay Wilder's face if his hands was it's just not gonna, because it's not gonna,
with the tape, his hands being balled up. If he balled his hands up all the way with the tape and the padding, it wouldn't be able to slide to that point of the glove. So for it to be to that point of the glove, what he was saying, his hands it couldn't be balled all the way up. So he would have to be punching Wilder with a fist that's not all the way balled up, because he couldn't be at that point of the glove, because it's too much padding, too much gauze, too much tape for it to fit through unless he opens his hands up.
Unless he opens his hands up. So that's clearly stating that. I'm clearly letting you guys know that his hands was all the way inside the glove. You know what I'm saying? And the fact and that means his fingers or hands was extended. So that means he had to be somewhat slapping. So it couldn't be a fist. His hands had to be slapping, because I clearly saw his hands all the way inside the glove. And if you look at the palm, it's an opening where you can see the tape, and you can see the palm.
Yep.
So that was evidence. That was evidence number one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, and there's so many videos, and and I gotta rock with Ishay Smith. Ishay Smith and a few others saying it's ridiculous for these guys to actually come up with something like this to try to discredit and take away from Tyson Fury's victory and from his win, when he clearly beat and dominated Deontay Wilder fair and square.
And also, all the gloves they were using were strap gloves. Yeah. They were using strap gloves to try and to make the point. The strap gloves, the wrist area on strap gloves are more sturdy than the wrist area on a laced glove.
Yeah,
The
issue that what Dewey Cooper said, the advantage that he got was not an advantage of power or it hurting him, but actually extending his jab. And also your hand isn't where you think it is. So if you're going past when you think a jab, your fist is in one place, but it's another. It can hit you in a place there. If you're flipping a punch, you think the punch has gone by you, but you can just turn it into a hook, right? And get him in the ear because your hand isn't actually in where the padding is supposed to be. But
so Smoke, the main issue is
but here's really the thing. I just like to just wrap it up with, I am not a professional. I'm not a boxer. I'm not one of these people who's going to argue the merits of whether or not Glovegate what gave him an advantage or whether or not it happened at all. Like that's not my thing at all. You guys can carry on.
All right, so shout out to David A. Sports. He said, "All right, what up, CT Boom? Getting here to check it out. I appreciate you coming through, David A. Sports. Shout out to Stevie D. Rosa, just stepped up in the building, and my man Jose Yepes, who been up in here, but smoke keep going on and on and on. I can't say nothing to people like, you know what I mean. I'm just playing smoke. But go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, like it's like it's ridiculous, man. It's sad that they really invest. They doing it, investigating and going so deep and going so far. And I know they hate the fact, they really hate the fact that Tyson Fury really, the way he did, beat and destroyed Deontay Wilder, man. And the thing is, I wasn't surprised at all, that he was able to TKO Deontay Wilder, because I said it in the video, man. I don't know if people was paying attention. I actually did a video. I was making fun. I said I had a dream. I don't know if you seen it, D. Jefferson.
I said that one.
Yeah, they was calling me a psychic. They was calling me a prophet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All that. They're asking me what's the number to the Powerball and all that crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I predicted it a month before the fight, and that's what I saw. But it didn't surprise me that he was able to TKO Deontay Wilder or even knock him out. It's because I said it that you got to go back earlier in Tyson Fury's career. He was knocking guys out and he was TKOing guys and knocking them out. You know what I'm saying? So Tyson Fury has power, mainly when he's flat-footed. When he's on he's a more on his toes type of fighter, so he might don't put much force or much power into his shots when he on his toes. But when he is
down on him,
yeah, exactly. But when he is flat-footed, Tyson Fury has power. Look at his knockouts. Look at his record. Look at
respectable power. I wouldn't say he got, he got a little pop. I wouldn't say he got like power, but he do got a little pop with him.
D. Jefferson, he a big dude, man. He's flat-footed. He can hit. He can crack. A lot of these
retired Chisora.
Yeah, a lot of these heavyweights got power, man. Wilder ain't the only one. Just because he was fighting something. I don't want to go there. Y'all know I don't really y'all don't want me to go there. Like y'all do not want me to go as far as the caliber.
Got the most power. They all got power, but that motherfucker got the most power. I'm not denying that. Like that, he got the most power. That right is the most powerful punch in boxing right now.
You let him even go there.
Well, the thing is, I'm gonna tell you like this, D. Jefferson. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I respect your opinion and I hear what you're saying, but at the end of the day, all these heavyweights have power, bro. Even
agree with that.
All these heavyweights have power. All it takes is the right shot. It takes the right shot on the chin or on the temple or whatever, on the jaw, whatever. It's all it takes is the right shot, and all I'm saying. I can't say that Wilder is the one of the hardest, the most hardest hitting heavyweight, man, because it's just you got to look at the opponents he's faced, the guys he has fought against. You know what I'm saying? I believe if he would have cracked, certain fighters I even look at it, Andy Ruiz Jr. Wilder hit him one good time. I would not be surprised if Andy Ruiz Jr. take Wilder's best shot and went and go down. Probably hit him a few times to hurt him, and after he hurt him, and then hit him a few times. But I wouldn't be surprised if Andy Ruiz Jr. was to take Wilder's best shot and wouldn't go down. If you look at the Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury rematch, Wilder hit Tyson Fury twice,
3 times with the right hand.
3 times with that powerful right hand.
Yeah,
and it did not do it ain't do nothing to Tyson Fury.
Fury rolled 2 of them, but one of them hit him clean. One of them hit him clean.
That's true. But that first one hit him clean.
That
first one hit him. That first one hit him clean. And like any other fighter that wouldn't have a great chin or didn't have a good chin would have probably went out like a Dominic Brazil. Would have hit with that shot, would have went down. But certain fighters, man, have hard heads, strong chins, and probably could take a few Wilder right hands. So I just look at the opponents he have faced, man. I look at the opponents he have faced, and I just did a live stream. I was talking about, man, like and I know the kid is still evolving, he's still getting better. But he's a beast, man. I appreciate his style, and I love what he's able to do. But I even said, like, even if a Wilder went up against a Daniel Dubois,
knock that kid out.
You think he'll knock him out?
I think Wilder sleeps that kid. Let me say this, Andrew, because I know. See, I'm a Tyson Fury fan, and you're a Joshua fan. Okay,
I'm a Tyson Fury fan too.
All right, so let me say this: Tyson Fury has what these other fighters don't have. And I think that, again, like, I put a video, I'm getting ready to make another video about Respect Wilder. I'm getting ready to defend Deontay Wilder here, where he's not getting much defense these days.
I respect that.
He's being disrespected. And now that's why I'm going to make a video on this, because I'm one of these kind of guys that call this shit straight down the line. And I don't really give a fuck who get offended. Now, Wilder got enough heat on him right now. But I think it's to the point where he's being disrespected, I mean. First and foremost, these other weights don't have what Tyson Fury had. And I'm not going to allow the entire fan base to say, oh, well, Wilder get beat by this. Because first off, your heavyweight or whatever heavyweight you're talking about that will do that to Wilder, they ain't my guy Tyson Fury. So let's kill that noise right there. They can't move like Tyson Fury. They don't have the herky-jerky feints like Tyson Fury. They don't have the height and the attributes that Tyson Fury has. They don't have the IQ that Tyson Fury has. They can't switch hit like Tyson Fury can. So I don't want to hear that these guys like a fucking Dubois can get in there and do anything less but get his young ass slept by Deontay Wilder, because he's too fucking green, bro. And it takes an amount of experience to stay away from that right hand. Whether these guys were taxi drivers or not all of them were. Luis Ortiz won't no goddamn taxi driver, and he had experience. Dubois don't even have the experience of Ortiz. You have to be able to stay away from that right hand. And everybody not just going to walk up in that ring and stay away from that right hand that has found the target every single fucking time, including with Tyson Fury. Because whether he dropped him or not, he found the target in the second fight. He found the target twice in the first fight. So he finds the target on Daniel Dubois. What happens? That boy ain't faced that kind of adversity yet. Listen, man, like, we need to stop putting Wilder down to a certain level because Fury beat him, because that's who beat him, Fury. So the same way that I tell everybody, we cannot put Fury over the top like he's going to demolish Anthony Joshua, because let's keep everything in perspective. Guys, he beat Wilder. It's not like he beat the greatest boxer ever. He beat Wilder. So we can't say he's going to demolish Anthony Joshua. No, we can't do that. But
I'm going to say this, D. I'm going to say this.
Flip side on Wilder.
I feel you. And I feel you.
Wilder because my guy Fury beat him.
I feel you. And I feel you. But at the end of the day, I say this all the time, and I say this because I respect your. I respect what you. I hear what you're saying, and I agree with you, and I agree with you 100%. But this is where styles come into play. Right. Styles make fights. For sure. So certain styles is going to be. Might give a certain fighter some issues and some problems. And at the end of the day, we got to see these guys fight first to say that this fighter is going to really destroy this fighter is going to do this to that fighter, do that to that fighter. Because we can see that these fighters have great boxing technique, great ability, great boxing ability, and great boxing skills. But at the end of the day, we got to see these fighters fight first. And one thing I can agree with you on is Wilder has a puncher's chance. He might not be that much that fundamentally sound, but Wilder is athletic and he's fast when he wants to be, but he has a puncher's chance. And I just said it in my live. I was like, Wilder has a puncher's chance. Wilder has a lethal right hand. And that makes him dangerous for any fighter. And I'm talking about top 10, top 15. That makes him dangerous for any fighter. You know what I'm saying? Now, based on skill, it's a few fighters I know based on skill that can beat him. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they got to avoid that one weapon that is a big problem and a big issue, and they can't get hit by it. And that's one thing I agree with you 100%. And I said it all the time. Wilder is very dangerous, very lethal with that right hand. And he have become more patient at setting it up. And that's what makes him even more dangerous, by being more patient and knowing how to set it up. Because there was fighters that was outboxing Wilder, beating Wilder, outpointing Wilder. But once Wilder hit him with that right hand, it was over.
Hey, if I said to you, what if I said to you that Deontay Wilder has one of the fastest punches in the heavyweight division right now? What would you say to that?
One of the fastest punches?
Yeah, in the heavyweight division right now. I mean, I know Andy Ruiz got fast hands, Joseph Parker got fast hands, and so forth and so on. I know, but if I told you Wilder has, I'll be more specific. If
we're not talking about timing, like great timing. We just talking about actual speed.
The fastest actual speed. Wilder has one of the fastest punches in the heavyweight division right now. What if I told you that? What would you say to that?
That right hand is very fast.
That right hand, and I'm clocking it actually, dog.
It's very fast.
It is extremely fast. It's very fast. One of the fastest punches in the fucking heavyweight division right now. And a lot of people don't keep that in mind. Not only that, because it's his only weapon, or almost his only weapon, he times it extremely well. So it's fast. He times it well. And guess what Daniel Dubois is not? This motherfucker's not defensively responsible. So that sounds like KO to me. And see, that's
also
green. The kid is green. He has to get more defensively responsible. Right now, he's blowing through guys. But a man like Fujimoto, who Mark, shout out to Unrivaled, who Mark pointed out, a man like Fujimoto, whose fight before fucking Daniel Dubois was with fucking a super middleweight that came up. That's who Fujimoto fought. You understand? That kind of fight ain't getting you prepared for no damn Deontay Wilder. You're going to get your damn head knocked off. You understand? Yeah, get your head knocked off. Tyson Fury got dropped in the first fight. We have to realize something. Tyson Fury got dropped in the first fight twice. These fucking kids are not coming in there with less experience than Tyson Fury, less skill set than Tyson Fury, less footwork than Tyson Fury, and surviving 12 rounds of that shit? Nah, bro. I can't give a lot of these guys.
So you don't think if Daniel Dubois is coming there with a smart game plan to take away that right hand, you don't see him. Like, if he was able to take away the right hand, you still don't see him beating Wilder?
I honestly believe Daniel Dubois would get in there and get laid the fuck out by Deontay Wilder, bro. I believe Wilder would lay his ass out. The kid is too
problem with Dubois. The problem with Dubois is he hasn't fought anyone of a level where he's at. Everyone he's fought has been levels below him, so he hasn't cared about their power or what they bring to the table. So defensively, he hasn't needed to be responsible. He's just blowing through these guys. Until he fights somebody who is on the similar level that he's at, where he has to be defensively responsible and worry about what's coming back at him, we're not going to know what sort of game plan he can follow. Because at this moment in time, he's not followed any game plan through his fights, really, because he's blowing through these guys.
Right. So you feel check this out. You feel
just one point that Ebenezer was touching up Dubois. That's it. He cracked him. I think he hurt him. He needed to be just defense responsible then. He wasn't. He just outmuscled the guy.
Right.
All of a sudden, his defense prowess didn't just come in.
Right, that's Ebenezer Tete, and he's horrible. This dude don't have no fucking great boxes. He's fucking horrible. Yep. Ebenezer Tete, and he was touching on Dubois. So again, guys, if I tell you that Wilder has one of the most fastest punches in the fucking heavyweight division, which he does, did you see how quick that shit landed and hit Spilka? Spilka was whooping his ass. And that thing came through like a fucking lightning bolt. Bah!
Yeah, he timed it. He timed it.
Yeah, he's timing it right.
Yeah, he timed it. He timed that. He timed that beautifully,
bro. I don't mean no harm. I like the kid. I think he's one of the top heavyweight prospects.
I think he's that. I think he evolving. He's getting better. I think he's dangerous though. He evolving. He evolving and getting better. And I think one of the issues also with him is I think he needs to perfect his defense a little better too.
Yeah, but he hasn't had to. He hasn't had to fight anybody.
I'm just saying against certain fighters, like when he step up, I think defense is going to be one of the things that's going to help him.
But this is where the Joe Joyce fight.
Like Wilder. See, here's where some of the double standards kick in. Because how can we say for a guy like Wilder that a guy is going to do what he's going to do, right? But then for a prospect like Dubois, that he's not going to get in there and do what he's not going to come defensively responsible overnight. Frank Warren talking about some taking on Wilder next. Look, here's the skinny on it. Check it out. Here's the skinny on it. Everybody knows that there's a problem with the fight ban and all of this other type shit. So they're already talking about Fury, Joshua, 4-belt undisputed. So here's the skinny. Frank Warren is putting on as if this fight would be soon between Dubois and Wilder. If Dubois fights Wilder, anytime within 3 fights, in my opinion, he gets fucking slept.
I've said this before. We will find out how defensively responsible Dubois is when he fights Joe Joyce, because Joe Joyce lets his hands go.
And that's what I was just about to say. I was going to say, well, with a fighter like Joe Joyce, to a certain extent, prepare Daniel Dubois for Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think he prepares him for a Deontay Wilder, but it's a right step.
Yeah, it's the right step. He's going to prepare for Wilder, but we'll damn sure get a lot of a better look from him. Real quick, guys, let me holler out Martin Ramos in the building. Appreciate you coming through, Martin Ramos.
Much love and respect.
Somebody else step up in here, bro. But respect to you. Tomoko, there you go. Tomoko, what's up, Tomoko? That's my Japanese connection out there. Tomoko, what's up, Tomoko? But yeah, man. Again, bro, I gotta. It's just time consuming, but you know, because I don't really hate any boxers. I might not like the way a certain boxer moves,
me neither,
like that, but I don't really hate or dislike any boxer. Ruiz eating right now. I'm about to say Ruiz eating. But so I think that Wilder is just catching. It's one thing to catch the heat that you deserve. Then it's another thing for people to start going overboard, right? And so I think when it gets to the point where they start going overboard, then that's when I gotta step in. And I think that people are going overboard on Wilder.
For me, D, there's your Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, and if you want to put, say, an Andy Ruiz in there, they're the fighters who, for me, comfortably, you can say, they could probably beat Deontay
Wilder yet.
But you said what now?
I said I wouldn't even put Ruiz ahead of Wilder.
I'm not saying ahead of him. No, I didn't say ahead of him. I said that they could possibly give Deontay Wilder problems. Beat him. Yeah. Okay, no, I agree with that. Yeah, those are the guys that you can say put it in the ring with him and say, okay, I'll entertain them saying they'll beat up. But the rest of these motherfuckers, hell no. Wilder's gives There's only 3 or 4 fighters that I'd put in there with Deontay Wilder and say, I could pick them to win. There isn't anybody else I would do that with. Right. I can understand Daniel Dubois.
Not even picking those guys to win. I would just entertain
the
argument. Like, I'm not picking them I'm not automatically picking them over Wilder either. And it's
I'm not picking Ruiz to beat Wilder.
The thing is, I would love to see it because right now,
damn right.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to see it because right now, you know, he lost to Fury, so we got to see if he have that same momentum. We got to see if he have that same energy. So at the end of the day, I would rather see Wilder for a tune-up, for a step-up fight, you know, for his next fight against Andy Ruiz Jr. I'd love to see him against Daniel Dubois. We got to see him against these fighters, bros. We got to see him against these fighters. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him against Tyson Fury again. He's not going to beat this man. This man has the right game plan to beat Wilder. He knows how to beat Wilder. Wilder do not know how to beat Tyson Fury. We don't want to see this trilogy. We don't want to see it. Forget about it.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to see it. I don't know about we. I don't know who. Let me separate me from the rest of this week.
Well, that's you.
I want to see it.
Well, that's you. That's you.
Yeah, Smoke wants to see.
I feel like
nobody else wants to see.
I want to see it. Listen, I want to see it at this point, favoring Fury. I still want to see it.
I think I say that's who it was. Edgar Rivas. That's who it was. Edgar. What's up, Edgar? I seen your name. I couldn't find. I know somebody stepped in the building, Edgar. But look, I want to see Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. That's what I want to see. And I think Deontay Wilder should go ahead and take step aside money and tell Bob. Not Bob Arum. Tell Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn to write it in. Then he'll take the step aside money and he get the winner of that fight. So he go off and he gets the miraculous skills that he's supposed to get to come back and beat Fury. And he go gets those and test them in some fight against somebody. Let Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury take their fight, and then Wilder gets the winner. So he gets step aside money and he get a big money fight before he get his ass whooped again and retire.
Exactly that part.
You gonna get that ass.
And like I say, man, listen, he has a puncher's chance. You know what I'm saying? So if whoever wins between Fury and Joshua, when that fight takes place for undisputed, say for instance Joshua wins, become undisputed, Wilder has a chance to fight Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still up there in talks. He's still up there.
For me, it's not any
disrespect, but I think that and no disrespect to the Joshua fans or nothing, but I think in that scenario, Wilder would be better off hoping for Joshua to win.
I agree with you.
Against him beating Tyson Fury. We already know that. Like the odds are against that. So it would be better. Like he should be sitting there. He got his step aside money. He in the crowd with his popcorn and his wife watching the fight, rooting for Anthony Joshua. Because I think he has a better chance of beating Joshua than he does Fury. I'm not saying he'll beat Joshua. I just think he got a better chance to beat Joshua than he does Fury.
Yeah, and
it's not an either-or situation. I want to see both things. I want to see AJ fight Fury. I want to see the trilogy. I want to see it all.
Oh, okay.
I want all of it.
Yeah, I even think, man, to be honest with you, I mean, that's a dangerous fight for Wilder, and that's a dangerous fight for Joshua. But I just think that Joshua, man, I just think Joshua is another one of those fighters that knows how to beat Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have different opinions. You may disagree. I respect everybody's opinion at the end of the day. But I just think that Joshua, and I think Fury even knows it because, they know each other's style. They're familiar with each style. So I think even Fury knows that Joshua is going to be a problem for Anthony, for Deontay Wilder, because even Fury knows that how skilled Anthony Joshua is, and he's a big puncher with great boxing ability. You know what I'm saying? And you've seen it time after time and over again against certain fighters. Even if you look at the Vladimir Klitschko, you'd be like, well, he was 40 years old or 41 or whatever. Klitschko was still dangerous, man. He dropped Joshua, bro.
Check this out, though.
But did Wilder fight Vladimir Klitschko? And he had the opportunity, he had the chance a long time ago to fight that man.
Well, check this out. Check this out, though, Andrew. Klitschko had a straight right too. You know what I mean?
Bro.
That's what he did with that straight right.
He fucking landed right on Joshua's head.
I'm telling you, bro.
Hold on. Hear me out, because I don't know if you're gonna like this one.
No, it's all good.
He floored Anthony Joshua's big ass.
Yep.
Here's the thing. Again, if I told you, I'm not even gonna repeat it again. You already know that Wilder's punch. That shit's coming faster than Klitschko's, and it's coming harder than Klitschko's. Now, I do understand that Anthony Joshua was not the fighter he was when he fought Klitschko, but that right hand ain't the goddamn right hand that came from Klitschko either. And
did he hit him with it again, though, Dave?
Hold on, Eric. I'm not saying that Wilder, this is not a debate where I'm saying Wilder beats Joshua. My thing is that if the 4-belt undisputed was to happen, Wilder has a better chance to beat Joshua for so many reasons. One, when you have a boxer like Fury with the IQ that he has, he's already tasted this guy twice. So he's already seen Wilder in the ring twice. He knows some of his tricks. He knows how you get him. Joshua don't know shit about Wilder, but what he's seen on film.
Mm-hmm.
A fresh fight. And again, I'm not giving everybody the credit like Tyson. I don't care what they bring to the table. I'm not giving them the credit of being able to stay away from that right hand like Fury can. And even Fury got hit. I'm assuming, me personally, because of Fury's defensive prowess that most of these fighters are going to get hit more with the right hand than Fury, not less. That's
I'd like to throw one other point about it. Is the crunk jam delivery system? This one thing about the.
Real quick, get this smoke before I lose this. See, and it goes back again.
Style, next smoke. Go ahead.
Style, yeah, my fault. Get this smoke. I just had to get this out, my brother. Like I said, style make fights. Just like Fury was in a war. Fury did good. He won the fight, but just like he was in a tough fight to a certain extent with Otto Wallen. You feel me? And we know that Joshua is on a whole nother level from an Otto Wallen. And like I say, style makes fight. So stylistically, a Fury versus an Anthony Joshua makes a very competitive, entertaining fight because you have two skilled boxers. You know what I'm saying? Two skilled boxers that's going to be in them earlier rounds. You're going to see them filling each other out and things of that nature because Joshua's smart, Fury's smart. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a filling out process for a little while before they start actually, landing on each other and things of that nature. I believe that fight is going to be very entertaining and very, very fun to watch because of their style. Stylistically, that makes it a very tough fight. And I believe stylistically, it makes it a 50-50 fight.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Smoke. That's right. You had next. Go ahead, Smoke.
Right. So I think stylistically, it will definitely is an interesting fight. I'm not sure. I don't know. At this point, I wouldn't pick one, but I just wanted to go back to what D was saying about Fury rolling the punch and his defensive prowess. It's not just his defensive prowess; it's also the delivery system of the right hand was taught to the guy that taught Wilder that delivery system is a product of the Crunk Gym, right? In Mark Breland, right? That is a Crunk Gym 1-2. What Tyson Fury did, not only did he have superior defense, but he also went to the place where Wilder's delivery system comes from.
So you say he had inside knowledge too, huh, Smoke?
No, I'm saying that right. I'm saying that they drill if anything you can say about Sugar Hills is he's an X's and O's guy. That guy knows.
I gotta give you some respect. Smoke, you was a sweet, slick motherfucker, dog. I like how you be sliding.
That briefcase to be out.
So you saying that Fury got the espionage going on, huh?
No, not even espionage. No. I'm saying that. Listen, this is what I like. This is what I like. But Fury also has his roots in the Crunk Gym. I'm not saying it's espionage. They both win. I'm just saying for this particular for when it came to taking that right hand, Fury also went to the place where he could see and recognize how that right hand was going to be coming.
Yeah, I don't smoke. That's called espionage, bro. He got the
No, that's called being smart, man. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, it's not illegal. It's the business.
That's
Crump
right.
didn't need the money, and he needed the knowledge. Hey,
I
this is a
agree with
marriage
that.
made in the WBC newly crowned champ heaven.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, dog. I know.
Smoke
Andrew,
always has a news perception.
I always do this with smoke, man. I like to smoke when it comes to Wilder and shit. This is like the regular.
Yeah,
Nah,
man. I respect where
y'all
all y'all coming from, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just good boxing talk, man. And
with me,
I was like, man, I was like, I'm gonna say this right. I was like, I gotta pick a date. When D go live, I gotta get up on there, man. Like, cause my brother been showing me love, man, for a long time, and I know I come every blue moon to show you love and everything. And man, hey man, I'm here. You got my full support, man. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, fam.
And I love what you're doing, bro. Like I love how you have your live streams be fire, your live streams be dope, and you are very knowledgeable. You have a lot of knowledge when it comes to boxing, man. And the truth is that I learn from cats like you. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
I know I may have been around a little longer when it comes to the YouTube boxing community, but yeah, I learned from guys like you, brother. Like real talk.
I appreciate it.
You're about to learn a whole new thing right now.
Those are us just joined the panel, motherfucking.
And Eric, you too, man. You got a lot of knowledge too, and get this smoke, man. You on top of your game too, man.
2020 Troll of the Year. L in the building.
Back on the block.
Hey,
what's going on, man? Yo, Andrew Tucker, bro. If you want to learn boxing, bro, follow El Jefe, man. I'll teach you a lot about boxing, bro. Because if you're following out here fake boxing prophets like D, you gotta follow the real, bro. Like Get the Smoke, El Jefe, man. Jaleel the Leader, bro. There's a lot of great channels out here, bro.
Don't be putting smoke in with you.
Do you what happened to your boxing channel, brother? You created a new channel?
Bro, the FBI took it down, bro. Too much knowledge was
when you gotta be consistent. You gotta be consistent with keeping your channel up and going, man. And if you can be consistent, then
it's not a competition, bro. It's a cooperation, bro. The YTBC, it's all about cooperating in the sport of boxing. But listen, and how we could bring it together, the sport of boxing, bro. That's what it's all about,
I just want you to keep your channel, man. Keep your channel so I can follow everything, follow all your boxing content and follow all.
Oh, you don't see me here on D Jefferson's, bro. Like I gotta come on here, school D a little bit, and then do my thing, bro.
Oh my God! I tell you one thing, I have faith when you come on here. You sure do give me a good laugh. I give you that, bro. Every time, just about every time you come on, you're
he came acting a fool, man, in some of my live streams back in the day, man. I was like,
he's entertaining. That's why.
Yeah, he's something else, man.
So, entertaining guy.
Aleph is entertaining and not disrespectful.
No, he's not disrespectful. He's entertaining. He's not disrespectful.
Exactly.
He knows more about boxing than he puts on.
He just likes to have a fool.
Trying to play that dumb role, you know what I mean? And he often gets tied up with me because he can't defeat me in debates.
Nah, bro. Like when I jumped on this YTBC, bro, like I saw D, bro, and I was like, man, this dude's food, bro. Ever since then, I've been bodying him, bro. It's like a little snack I gotta have, man. Yo, but what was the topic, bro? Because I was in the chat going in,
you
bro.
said to me you said you'd never seen Tyson Fury struggle in a fight before.
No, because you came out with some weird ass dude's name early in his career, bro. I'm saying when Tyson Fury is 100% stable, is 100% right in his mind, he's well prepared. I think he's a tough man to beat. And if you really think about it, Tyson Fury already beat the hardest dude in the division, who is Deontay Wilder. Whether he beat him cheating or whether he beat him correctly or whatever, he already beat the hardest dude in the division. So AJ is just food for him. At this,
Why
at
would
this,
he
he's
not?
just.
Hefe, look, let me ask you this: How did he cheat? How did Wilder cheat?
How did who?
How did Wilder cheat? I mean, I'm sorry. How did Fury cheat? You say he beat him
No,
cheating.
I'm saying whether he cheated, because there's some good evidence that he did cheat. I've been watching some videos, and there's some other evidence that say he didn't cheat, bro. But I'll leave that to the public, bro. I'll let the public decide whether he cheated or not, man. But I have my opinions on the situation.
How he cheated though, El Jefe, man?
What were the videos about the gloves?
How you cheated?
About the glove gate video?
Bro, he punched him behind the head, and we all know that.
So dirty tactics.
And dirty tactics, master cheater.
Okay.
And then you also have water didn't feel 100%, so I don't know what they put in the water. I don't know what something was wrong with the water.
So it was the water. It was the water, and then it was behind the head, right?
No, I'm saying those are. I'm just saying conspiracies that people are saying.
Okay.
I'm not saying I believe in those.
They saying first it was the water, and then they were saying behind the head. Okay, what's the other one? What's the other one?
The other one, he was MK Ultra, bro. That's another one.
Oh, so they hypnotized them, they drugged them, and they pushed him behind the head. That's all.
Bro, and then there's a glove, bro. Like Get the Smoke was saying, he was punching like with the side of the glove, which has no padding in it, bro.
You in this shit.
Oh, wow.
And there's ways where you could put your hand, like especially since they're horsehair gloves, you could put your fist underneath the
Have you
glove
ever worn gloves? Have you ever worn lace gloves?
I have horsehair gloves, bro.
You've got them.
Joey Spencer,
Yes.
If you've got them, then you know you can't do that.
No, yes, you can. That's why you don't tie up the laces all the way up, bro.
Not whilst the gloves are laced up and taped up. You can't do that.
But Tyson Fury has his way. That's why he's a master cheater. There's an art to cheating, bro. There's an art for everything, bro. He's a master cheater, bro.
So here it goes, guys. So El Jefe, you're saying that Tyson Fury cheated. He has his way. You don't exactly know the way, but you know he has his way, so he cheated.
No, I'm gonna leave it for the public, bro. It's like I don't know if you guys follow 9/11, bro. A lot of people think it was an inside job, and a lot of people think it's real. It's up to the people to decide, bro. I'm not here to be anything, bro.
LeBron Janis in the building. Hey, it's always a pleasure, El Jefe. I love when you come on, bro. Yeah.
Hey, Healthy though, but you gotta admit though, it was the costume though, man. It was that 45-pound costume though, bro.
No, but forget about all that, bro. Because I said it on Raphael Dawkins, bro. I said Eric was there, bro. I think the trilogy Water's gonna win it. He's gonna knock him out.
Blamed it on the rain, son.
I'm putting my 100% undefeated record, bro, of predictions on.
So El Jefe, check this out. He can't put on no 45-pound costume, man. We got to make sure that he good.
What about the trilogy?
We got to make sure he good. We got to make sure he good.
Wait, hold on, bro. Hold on. What about the trilogy? Why don't you speak about the trilogy?
That's what I'm saying. Next time, the trilogy.
How much bread are you putting on the trilogy? That's what I want to know.
How much bread? You want to bet me?
No, I'm asking.
No, I thought you wanted to bet me because I often say we can put up $4,000. That he gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, Beast Space said Lomachenko was in his glove.
It's a lot of confidence, bro. I don't want to take your money, bro. But
I'm serious.
I don't want to take your money, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
We can put up
Deontay Wilder got this.
Andrew, hold on.
I'm telling you, bro.
Andrew, hold on.
We can put up $4,000.
LFA ain't gonna bet.
That's easy.
That's
easy, boy.
I've never gotten a prediction wrong, bro. So you should watch out.
Listen,
I got speaking to, bro.
Listen, I got quite a few lately predictions right though. Lately.
Did you get the Ruiz AJ one right? Did you get the Ruiz AJ one?
But check this out though.
Did you get the Ruiz AJ right, El Jefe?
I got it right, bro. I got the first one right, brother. The second one was suspect, bro. I didn't do a prediction for that fight, bro.
How's it suspect?
Did you get the?
I didn't do a prediction for that fight, bro. That shit was suspect as hell, bro.
Yeah, Andrew.
Like, check my resume out, bro.
El Jefe, I know your resume. You already back with that nonsense. I know your resume, and I know 2 fights that make your prediction 100% farce. One was the rematch with AJ and Ruiz. Second was you predicted Rocky Hernandez was going to be the next best thing smoking, and that fool got knocked out. Remember you predicted that?
Nah, bro, but it ain't about that, bro. It's an over review of my resume, bro. Check it out. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
You predicted
D.
the next best thing and win the fight, but he gets knocked out, dog. Terribly knocked out. So
I just wanna ask LFA one question. Not a question. Just explain why Joshua's win was suspect in the rematch. Just so everyone can hear, because I already know what you think. So,
bro, it's obvious, bro. AJ's known for getting tired, bro. This dude, like, usually in all his fights, he gets tired. You know, he starts huffing and puffing. And this Ruiz fight, bro, which happens to be in Saudi Arabia, bro, which has no commission, which the British Commission took over that situation. And one thing we know about the British Commission, bro, it's a dirty, you know, it's dirty, bro. It's corrupted, man. So AJ had all this sauce in him. You know, he was moving, he was dancing, he was shaking. The ring was like 50 feet, bro. He never got tired. He never huffed and puffed at least once, bro. Like it was just suspect, bro. But I'll leave it at that, man. Look into it, bro. It's deeper than just that, bro.
Oh boy, El Jefe is back, baby. El Jefe is back. Hey, I appreciate you coming up here and joining us, El Jefe. No doubt, dog. No doubt. But
Fuck you been?
You say what? What you say, Smoke?
I was saying that El Jefe, where the fuck you been?
Bro, I had to take I had to do my training camp a little bit, bro. You know, I had to rest a little bit from this YouTube shit, man. I've been in the mountains. I've been, hibernating a bit, man. I've been getting stronger spiritually, bro, with nature, man. So I feel resurrected, bro. I feel stronger, bro.
He been hiding after he was riding with H Money.
Right, El Jefe?
The what?
You say you've been in training too, so you've been exercising, right?
I've been exercising, bro.
Yeah, so you ready to do the push-up challenge, right?
Let's go. Yeah. 250, bro.
Push-ups, and then after we finish the push-ups, we're gonna do some pull-ups.
But you gotta put some bread on it, bro. No bread, no nothing, man.
Okay. I got you, young buck.
But I'm telling you, D, you can't fuck with me, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Tell me nothing.
Whether it's debate, man, whether it's this 2K shit, man, I'm in your mind.
You don't have to tell me.
I'm in your mind, bro. I know I'm in your mind. You know you can't beat me, bro.
Oh my God, dog.
I'm that little piece in your mind what tells you don't do it, dude. Don't
you
do
ain't
it,
even
man.
stepped up on 2K yet. You ain't even stepped up,
bro. I only have PS. I have Xbox, bro.
You can do game. You can
do the cross
play. You can cross play.
You got that division.
I don't know how to do that shit, bro. I ain't really in the gamer, bro. But I've never been defeated, bro. I'm telling you, in 2K, I'm real good, bro. I haven't played it in a while, but I'm really good at it, bro.
You lie.
You got the Division 2 El Jefe on the Xbox? Division 2?
The what?
You got the Division 2?
I don't even know what the fuck that is, bro. I haven't played a video game in a long ass time.
Man, El Jefe got Ratchet and Clank. That's all.
Bro, it's because I play FIFA, bro. That's my shit right there, man. Anybody that wants to fuck with me on FIFA, I'll fuck anybody up. Nah, bro, I'm telling you.
I'll fuck you up on FIFA.
Once I get that Barcelona, bro, and Messi, man, ain't nobody fuck with me on that.
I'm getting ready to.
All right, we'll set that up, bro.
But like, I gotta have enough people, man. We still building up to 2K, and nobody come join me on Mortal Kombat. I be getting my ass kicked online all the time.
Yeah, I ain't got that game yet.
That's all right.
2K is better though.
I'm gonna keep it going.
Yo, D, but you got to bring the power of the mind back, bro, because I think that's a really great series. I think, but you got to do the nature version, so because a lot of people don't know the benefits of nature, man.
So when you say the nature version, what do you mean, El Jefe?
Well, stay tuned, bro. It's coming out very soon, bro.
No, El Jefe. If you make a request,
I can only give you snippets, bro. Like, just stay tuned, bro.
Hold on, El Jefe. You just made a request that I bring a certain thing back, okay? Which that's cool. But you said the nature version. So what do you mean the nature version of the power of the mind? What would you like to talk? You know, it's a lot of things to talk about concerning nature. When you talk about the mind, like the foods we consume, the stones and gems and things that can help you naturally.
Nah, not that, bro. That's some
All right, so what do
witchcraft
you
shit. I'm
like? You
talking
gotta
about
break
just being
down,
with
like,
nature, bro. Being with animals, being, getting back in touch with nature, which humans have been getting away for many years, bro. And connecting the three symbols, which I won't say. You gotta wait for the video, man, or whenever you do it, I'll jump on, and we're gonna connect the dots, bro. It's all about connecting the dots, bro.
you gonna teach us, El Jefe?
It's coming out very soon, bro. I'm telling you.
All right. All right, man. Well, everybody check out El Jefe. The guru is back, the Messiah.
I'm gonna check it out.
You got a new channel?
I'm gonna check it out, man. I'm gonna support you, man.
LFA, you got
Yeah,
a new
bro.
channel?
Yeah, man, it's coming out very soon, man. Stay tuned, bro. Just
Man, that man's gonna
hold on, bro. Let me say this: when the student is ready to listen, the teacher shall appear, man. Shout out to Jalik, the leader, bro.
I'm listening. Let's go.
That's my boy, Jalik. I like Jalik. That's my boy.
Yeah, but the teacher shall appear, bro. It's just gonna appear, man. So just be willing to listen, bro.
Hey, what's
Stupid.
up, Amar said El Jefe sound like he took acid and went camping.
LFA sounds like him and H Money went up to the mountains.
Oh Lord,
Nah.
that dude H Money. Oh my Lord, man.
Let me find out you and H Money went broke back.
LFA was rocking
Man,
H Money.
why do y'all gotta bring that homoerotic energy towards me, bro?
Well,
Get the fuck out of here with that
H
shit,
Money's
bro.
your boy.
Man, y'all taking trips in the mountain, popping tabs and carrying on, son.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, H Money's
y'all
your boy.
trolling with that one, bro.
H Money, El Jefe. You rock with H Money?
Bro.
Yeah, he part of he was part of J4B, JB4.
I'm cool with everybody that's cool with El Jefe, man. So as long as you're cool with El Jefe, you're
Wait a
cool
minute,
on my side, bro.
Money part of J4B?
Nah, J4B is only El Jefe, man. JFL Heads, aka DSFG. You got Jalik the leader, and you got Justin
Jalik
Troll.
is in your fucking.
Is not a part of that shit.
Jalik is not part of your shit.
Jalik don't have a choice.
Jalik says I ain't part of that shit.
They done jumped in that.
It's not up to Jalik.
Hey, bro, he's been he's been rooted in, bro. There's no way out, bro. Once you're in, you're in, man.
Jalik says he ain't part of that.
He's conscripted.
Yeah,
oh
bro.
My gosh, that's amazing. So Jalik's in by force. That's what you're telling me.
Nah, bro. H Money is NBBC. That's what he is.
H Money ain't no
NBBC, bro. He is not no NBBC, bro.
That's what I know, bro. He's NBBC, bro.
Hey, you took up NBBC, so H Money ain't no damn NBBC.
He ain't no NBBC, bro. We don't rock with him. We don't rock with him.
H Money is now LDBC.
Yeah, he's LDBC now.
Yeah, he was LDBC. That's what he said.
This nigga called Bruce Wayne a snitch and a bitch ass nigga for agreeing with
rocking out with barbershop and stuff. You know,
and Bruce ain't even entertain that nigga, man. Bruce ain't even make a video entertaining.
Exactly. And now he's there on barbershop.
Man. Yeah,
he's on barbershops apologizing. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I hope you could forgive me. I made it.
But I will say this, though. I will say this: H Money has been able to infiltrate every group that I know of except UGC. Look, listen, he ain't get into the UGC, but that motherfucker has gotten into the NBBC because at first Boone was messing with him. Of course, he got the boot from there. He was over there with BDA, got the boot from there. He fucking with the LDBC, he gonna get the boot from there.
LDBC don't fuck with him. They don't fuck with him at all. Barbershop barbershop conversation said to him, "Yeah, in about 3 weeks, you're gonna hate my ass."
Oh boy. Yeah, that's what now, boy. He's just trying to fit in somewhere, but he don't fit. Like
You're a fucking idiot.
he's the
That's
square
what he is.
trying to go into the circle piece. You know the
Yeah,
little
he ain't even a square one.
shape
That
said
nigga's a dumbass idiot.
right hole. That motherfucker square. They try to put him through the earth. He don't fit nowhere, bro. He's a clown,
Nope.
bro. He don't fit in no group. He don't fit with the LDBC. How do you not fit with the LDBC?
All he does is call people racist. That's all he ever does.
That clown just trying to, you know, he care about himself, man. He just clout chasing, trying to get a bud and make a name for himself. But that nigga's a clown and he's an embarrassment, bro.
He used to disrespect them all the time. I knew fucking well they weren't gonna accept that doofus ass.
They don't accept him though. They don't. They view him like everybody else views him. They view him as a clown.
Why the fuck would they let him in? Hashman in the building. Appreciate you, Hashman. Yeah, man. So I don't know.
All he does is call people racist. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Or Uncle Tom, because he called me an Uncle Tom because
I wish I'd see that name called. He's a fool.
I didn't really care, but he called me an Uncle Tom because I defended Johnny Boy. Because he was calling Johnny Boy a racist, and I was like, nigga, you don't know shit about Johnny Boy. As soon as Johnny Boy, and I was an Uncle Tom. So
as soon as the LDBC say one bad thing about Devin Haney, that fool's gonna go off.
No, what I think that the kid. I keep saying this, bro, and I really mean this. I think that dude has like mental issues.
Yeah, he does.
He has real mental issues. Like he's like bipolar or schizophrenic or something. Because no, you can't be cool with people one day and then the next you like straight out beefing with them. Like all the way. This is what he does. Like he's real cool. He's praising motherfuckers one day, and you to go to this thing and I love what you do over here. And then the next day you a fake, you a snitch, you a pussy motherfucker, you this, that, and the third. Like
I exposed him.
Oh, Abai said no, he's a drug addict.
yeah, he ain't lying about that.
Yeah, he is.
He be smoking crack, man. They could be over there smoking crack.
There's something wrong with the kid, bro. I think something wrong with him upstairs. He a few cars short of a full deck. You know what I mean? Like something ain't right there, bro.
Where you get crack in Memphis? You still got it like that? That must be a horrible neighborhood.
Shit, nigga. I used to go. Hold on for a second. Let me tell you something. I used to go down to Memphis. They be getting it in down there, Smoke. Don't sleep on them boys down in Tennessee.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, haven't most of the world moved on to something else other than crack?
Man,
you still cracking?
Nigga, you fucking crazy.
Man, what planet you on, bro?
This one.
This one.
Sorry, I don't live on crack world. I don't live on crack world. Sorry, I live on this one.
California, they got high-end drugs out there. They got
smoke live in the hills.
Yeah, they got the opiates. They got the high-end drugs out in California. Smoke, everybody ain't got money like that. It's still crackheads that buy the cheap drugs around us, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of crackheads on the west side, but I mean, not really. You might get a street, maybe one block that you can get maybe some crack, but crack is not the thing like that, man.
It's whack.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they just got cheaper. I thought there's a cheaper, worse shit that came along and replaced crack. That's what I thought.
Nah, it's still around, bro. Especially where I'm at. A lot of different other parts of Florida.
So who y'all think Eubanks is gonna fight next? He working with Roy Jones. Now y'all know that, right?
Yep. I hope he fights Charlo. I hope Charlo gives him that fight.
To fight Charlo, that fight kind of fizzled.
Yeah, well, COVID sort of fizzled that out as well.
Yeah.
So after COVID, it may well. I think because I've seen some training videos of him and Roy, and he might well improve on something. He might actually use a jab.
I always thought Roy Jones would be a good trainer, but we're gonna find out.
He may well use his jab for once, and if he does, then he's a problem for a lot of those middleweights.
I still think Charlo knocked his ass out.
Yeah, he shouldn't fuck with Charlo, bro. Charlo's gonna
I
hurt
don't
that
think.
boy, bro.
Nah, Eubank has got a chin, you know.
I think that's a good fight for Charlo,
I think
bro.
it's a great fight. I think it's a great fight. I think Charlo gonna sleep him, but Eubanks ain't gonna be tested, Eric. I tell you that.
Yeah, it will be. I agree with you. I agree. I think it's a good fight.
I know,
agree
right?
with you.
Smoke acting like crack is extinct. I know that shit ain't extinct. Nigga, that shit is alive and pumping. All
Still, man.
That's fucking country.
No way.
Hey, so people out here really gonna so what, the Cash Money book, like Nino Brown's out there with his fucked up high top, like it's really the card at the album. They got like 5 of them suckers, man. Really, people still smoking crack? Okay, it's cool.
Yeah, it was crack. Yeah, that's when the crack hit the scene.
Yo, D.
Yeah,
I'm gonna jump off because it's right now. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go to sleep.
That's how you out
there. Man. Much respect, Eric.
I appreciate it, man.
Much respect, my brother.
Congratulations on your year.
No doubt.
Yeah, Eric, tell AJ to stop making them excuses.
Don't worry, Smoke. Don't worry. When they fight, we'll talk.
Yeah. This is gonna be big.
Yeah. Peace anyway.
All right, Eric. All right, bro.
All right, Eric.
Yeah.
So AJ with excuses. Let's talk about it. What excuse?
Nah. Let's stick on Eubanks. He was just joking.
Oh yeah. We already chopped up the lucky punch from the gods. We don't need to revisit that right now.
Yeah. But look, guys, I want to talk back to Eubanks and Roy Jones. Look, Eubanks is an unorthodox fighter, right? Which was basically what Roy was, right? Man, I think it's going to be pretty interesting, Roy Jones working with this kid, because he can show him some tricks, like just things about balance, how to leap in there on shots. Because I see Eubanks leap and lunge sometimes, but if Roy could show him some tricks, like Roy had this uncanny ability to lunge in there, leap in there, right? But if you were to look at Roy Jones's feet, his footwork on a lot of those shots, he landed and he was still able to twist his hips. It was uncanny, bro. You go watch like some of those fights. It wasn't like a lunge where he just lunged in there and catch him. He would lunge in there and he would actually land and he would still get his foot planted some on uppercuts and everything. Catch him like, bow! And it was so quick. If he could just teach Eubanks little subtle moves like that, because Eubanks got a little pop with him. But once you get those feet planted, you get those hips turned, it just puts that much more power behind it. Eubanks can be dangerous. I always thought that Roy Jones would be a pretty good trainer.
Yeah. I honestly say, man, Roy is a pretty good trainer, man, and he'd be one of the best guys to train you. You know what I'm saying? And it's always good to have a fighter, an experienced fighter as your trainer. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely knows the sport. He
knows his boxing, man. And the thing is, like, I think that's gonna be a good fight, man. I actually, Chris Eubank Jr., man, he pretty tough. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be a real tough fight. For Charlo, man.
Yeah,
if it ever happens.
Yeah, Chris Eubank Jr. just doesn't have, like, Roy Jones Jr. had, one of his best attributes when he was young, when he was young and beautiful, was his reflexes, and that's where that whole lunging in, why he had success doing it, was because of his reflexes. He was fast, and also he hadn't been through the wars yet, right? Chris Eubank is on the other side of the wars and never had the reflexes of Roy Jones. If anything, who's a good defensive coach for Chris Eubank? It's hard for him out there.
That he probably wouldn't go to Robert Garcia.
Buddy McGirt, bro.
Pretty good too.
Even your buddy's all right, but he does that pity pat.
What's up, Jordan?
He definitely helps you with your I don't know. Buddy McGirt and Chris Eubank make him more of a box. Nah. Let's see what Roy. Yeah, I think Robert Garcia is a good style, actually.
What's my guy name? His last name Stewart. I think is it Virgil?
No, that's There's Sugar Hill, but his last name is Hill.
Oh, okay, Hill, Sugar, yeah, Sugar Hill.
Yeah,
it's Javon Hill is his name. His name is Javon Hill, but it's Sugar Hill's his nickname.
I mean, yeah, Javon. I meant to say Virgil Hunter is the only Virgil I know.
Yeah, Virgil Hunter. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, Virgil Hunter. That's out of Oakland, but he's not really doing it like that. Really, he had Ward, and that's it. He tried to help out the established fighters, but he didn't really do a whole lot for him. You can't really change a guy. You got to work with a guy, especially a guy like Virgil Hunter. I think he's used to working with guys on the long haul.
Yeah, I seen that. That guy. That guy said I liked him pushing Eubanks' head movement. That was good. But yep, I seen him doing that, and that was a good start. And that's the type of shit I was talking about. They was doing drills and they was working on head movement. Little subtle moves get your head off center line. You throw some punches. It don't take a whole lot of times. Sometimes it takes just a little faint dip or a swing outside. You just got to get that head off center line. It could be just enough because that guy across from you is aiming at a target. So a subtle move on your head will be the difference of a flush shot or a shot that just kind of rolls off you. So you got to get off a center line. So that head movement, Roy working with him, that's already a good thing, man. Already.
Just listening to you talk, I wish James Toney was a trainer. I think that guy, if he had the temperament for it, he definitely had the skills and knows what to do. If he could teach other fighters, that would be phenomenal. Like the fact that guy isn't a trainer, we're losing something with that.
Right. Yeah. James Toney would be the trend, the guy that really work with when it comes to head movement and defense.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because that guy was a defensive genius, man.
Drop by to hit the like and say congrats to 1 year. Appreciate your Ty legacy, my man. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah. James Toney most definitely would help you perfect the defense and as far as head movement, you know what I'm saying, and slipping and all those things, man, all those abilities, you know what I'm saying. I think working with him, I think anybody working with him when it comes to that, that'll be the perfect guy, you know what I'm saying. Other than like rest in peace to Roger Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather Sr., all those type of guys will be the perfect guys to work with when it comes to head movement and defense.
Yeah, well.
The only thing about the Mayweather style is you got to have a jab and a right hand, and that's neither one of those things are really, that's not really Eubanks' bread and butter.
I think
they don't just work on that. They work on a lot of different things. That's what makes them.
I'm just saying, like the way that their defense, like the defense that they use, that they employ, like it's legs and all this shit. But in order for you to actually be effective, you're hiding your rear hand, right? When you do that roll and all that stuff, like you have to be able to jab a guy, and you have to be able to keep him off with your rear hand. It's just, I don't know. That's not really Eubanks' game.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's going to be interesting because, like I said, like with Roy Jones, he's a novice as well. Like he don't have a bunch of fucking fighters out there that he's trained to championship titles. So it's going to be a learning experience for the both of these guys. Sometimes people confuse the fact what's great would also be a good teacher. That's not always the case. You have to still find out. Like they have to find out. It's another career. Had to find out if a prospect is a good boxer. Well, you got to find out if a prospect trainer is a good trainer. And right now, Roy Jones is in the prospect stage. We don't know if he's a good trainer or not. If he can get that information through to Eubanks or not. That's a talent that a lot of these guys have, to be able to connect with these fighters, to be able to reach them in a certain way. It takes a special guy to be able to do that. The Emmanuel Stewarts, the Eddie Reynosos, the Robert Garcias, the best of the best, the Teddy Atlas. You have to be able to reach these guys in a certain way. Everybody can't do that. So we just got to see how Roy Jones is going to work out. I think that he has the knowledge, of course, of the game. When he would break down fights, doing commentary and what's happening in the ring, you can tell that he has the knowledge of the sport.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Knowledge, man.
Knowledge. Get that information into these fighters and make it stick. That's the talent of a trainer. So we're gonna have to see if Roy can do that with Eubanks.
And I think it's a lot of things that from experience, what I'm saying, that he can that he can help him with and he can show him. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, my personal.
Yeah, for sure. So, guys, El Jefe, give me some closing thoughts, bro. We at 3:45. We're gonna shut it down. I think this was a great celebration. 1 year.
Congratulations, D. Congratulations to the 1 year, my brother.
Congrats. I just want to just add one last thing to that point. That's why Buddy McGirt is great, because he was not only a champion, he's also a trained champion.
Oh, yeah,
that's
exactly.
really hard to do.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah, Buddy McGirt. Yes, man. Yes, one of the best trainers, man. One of the best trainers out there. Yeah, I agree 100%.
So El Jefe, you still there? El Jefe, put the chalupa down and give me some closing thoughts. All right. Andrew, give me some closing thoughts, my brother.
Well, I just want to say, man, congratulations to my brother D Jefferson on the 1 year. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna get better from here, baby. It's gonna get better from here.
No doubt, bro. We gotta link up, dog, and do some collabs and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, you know I'm here, man. You know I got your back, man. You know one of the generals got your back, bro. You a general, I'm a general, and we got each other back, man. So we most definitely gonna do that, man. I just want to say, man, I'm looking forward for boxing to come back, and I just want to see the best fight and the best fights out there. Let's make it happen. And I pray safety, pray for safety and good health for every single one of you guys and your families and all that, man. Andrew Tucker World, and I'm out.
All right, appreciate you coming on. Y'all go over there and check out my man Andrew Tucker World. He be dropping that fire, bro. Appreciate you coming on, Andrew. You always welcome, fam.
Appreciate it, my brother.
No doubt. El Jefe, you back yet?
Yeah, I'm back, bro. I'm back. Y'all hear me?
Give me some closing thoughts.
Oh man, shout out to D Jefferson, man. Shout out to the chat. LF is back, man. He's resurrected, bro. It's just gonna be a new year, bro. 2020 is just different. What are we? We're in June. No, hold on. We're in May 11, bro. Hopefully boxing comes back by June, bro. Shout out to everybody, bro. Do your push-ups, sit-ups, stay healthy, and let's get back to boxing, man, because that's what we want, bro. Boxing, man. So shout out to everybody, bro. I'm about to hit this mountain run in a little bit, man. AKA the hills, bro. So it's all in your mind, bro, because people say it's hills, but to me it's a mountain. So it's all the power of the mind is very it's very powerful, bro. So if we speak it, we receive it, we believe it, like Deontay Waters says, man. It is what it is, bro. It's a power of the mind. That's why I say I got the Deontay Water mentality, bro. I've yet to be defeated. Undefeated, man. Shout out to D Jefferson, 1 year, bro. Shout out to everybody, bro. Shout out to Get the Smoke. Shout out to El Jefe, man. And we're coming back stronger, bro. It's just gonna be different, bro. So, but as always, man, just stay patient. Stay faithful to whatever scripture or book or person, bro, or whatever, bro. We gotta stick together, bro, during this coronavirus situation. I know a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff. A lot of people have been getting sick, but it's all in the mind. I think the power of the mind can change a lot of these things, bro. So
Stevie Wonder,
we gotta keep it 100, bro.
You're closing thoughts, Stevie. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to everybody, man. I'm out. This is your boy El Jefe. I'm out 100%.
Thanks for coming on, dog. This motherfucker. Smoke, get this Smoke. Give me some closing thoughts, fam. Hey, good to have you back, Smoke. It's been a while, bro. Good to have you.
Yeah, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. So I was saying congratulations. I was here for the 1000th show. I'm gonna be here for the for the first year. Hopefully, I'll be back to celebrate more milestones, and looking forward to both the cool, easy conversations and also the fireworks.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the next milestone is 5,000, bro. So y'all keep hitting them likes, hitting them shares. We doing a great job at that. I mean, everybody doing a great job of hitting those likes and sharing the channel. That's how we grow. That's the next milestone, guys. We're going to 1,000 a year. I I just wanted to throw this up because it was just a shock. I didn't even realize that we had been around cranking for a year already. So I just thought we'd sit, talk some boxing, have somewhat of a little celebration, and appreciate you coming on, Smoke. You know you're always welcome. Appreciate everybody coming through, everybody who dropped the super chats. Appreciate you guys, everybody in the chat adding to the conversation. And, you know, that's what it's all about, man. We sit around, talk sports, have a good time. And y'all know how I always end this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.